Kind of a good vibe.
Can we walk around?
Yeah, you want to go for a walk?
Yeah.
Tell me how to not be.
What's up, everyone? We're live right now, so just stand next to my cameraman. We are live on the floor of the Democratic National Day yesterday with Mike Lindell, our explosive day with Noah. Noah is such a baller. He's the best. We're going to link up with him today. We're going to link up with JoJo from Jers, hopefully Maxwell Frost, everybody that we're able to, we're going to talk to today. It's going to be great. We see a lot of media filming on the floor. You might recognize some familiar faces. What's up?
Drop. Oh, it's back, kind of. And a drop.
Yeah, maybe we just get, if that Wi-Fi here is bad. Day yesterday with Mike Lindell, our explosive day with Noah. That's it. We're good. We're gonna head back. Can you escort us back to the?
Yeah, sure.
Don't get enough signal.
It's like, as soon as it's here, it's so hard to shoot video.
Can we go back up there, just straight to the?
I have to walk you up.
Cool.
No worries. Sharon, I'm taking MeidasTouch back up. Okay. That's you guys are, right?
Yeah.
Didn't want to.
No, you're good.
Assume.
You like the mics?
Yeah, that's how I figured it out.
Yeah.
Wait, what does this say?
MeidasTouch Network.
Oh, gotcha. Thanks. Can you check my address number, right?
Anyway, it's an iPad. Hello, can I see your credentials?
I'm just waiting for my camera.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to go back in.
This is like a force field.
All right, cool. All right, we're here for day 4, the final day, the most explosive day of the DNC, where we have VP Kamala Harris slated to speak tonight at, I believe, 10 p.m. Today we also have people like Maxwell Frost speaking. Adam Kinzinger is speaking today. If we could find Adam and talk to him, that would be great. Friend of the show, Adam Kinzinger. But yeah, the DNC today it's going to be packed. It's going to be the most packed day, the most intense day. We're expecting more MAGA trolls of some sort. Now, we don't know if Mike Lindell is going to be able to come back because, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jamie Harrison, the chair of the DNC, the highest person at the DNC, tweeted out, I just saw a video of Mike Lindell screaming at Noah, and we invited Noah to the DNC, and that's wild. That's the video that we shot yesterday, and it made it all the way up the top. And it went incredibly viral. So we are actually helping build a narrative around the DNC and how weird Republicans are in general. One Republican comes to the DNC and he can't stop himself from yelling at little children. One Republican comes here and they just cannot stop themselves. How's everybody in chat doing? Let me check chat now because I might not get the chance to for a while. Day 4 of the DNC, cool. Our feed's back up. Yeah, we got access to the floor for a bit, and we found out that the internet on the floor is terrible, but is Taylor Swift going to show? I don't think that's real. No, it's not going to happen. You've watched every day? Hell yeah. I wouldn't say I'm worn down. Someone in chat asked if I'm worn down. I'm a little bit tired from the past 3 days, but I think the energy will come back up as everything gets filled up, as we start talking to people. I get energy from talking to other human beings. So once we talk to some cool people, that should make me more energetic. We're going to head to the Creator Lounge and show you guys what's up. Today is the big day, though. Today is the huge day. I've seen, the biggest CNN names are here today, and I don't know if they were here the other day. So Caitlin Collins and Wolf Blitzer, I'm pretty sure only came for today, and that is because today is, the headline day. It's going to be great. And we're going to do the longest stream we have done yet. We're going to try to stream for 7 hours, maybe more. How's everybody feeling? How many people do we have? Nice, we already have 2K live. Let's do it. This is that exclusive behind-the-scenes DNC tour. Over the past 4 days, or the past 3 days, we've promised that we will give you a behind-the-scenes look of you that you've never seen of the DNC, and we've delivered. For the most part, I think we have done a good job of really showing you guys that behind the scenes of the Creator Lounge, the media, what it's like to talk to politicians. You guys even see what it's like to approach a politician for an interview and get shot down. Usually you don't get to see the shot down part, but it does happen. And today, everything that we've learned will culminate into one amazing stream. Hopefully we can minimize technical issues. We'll stay within our boundaries. We've got some great interviews lined up too. You guys probably know your way around the convention floor too. So. They're doing some audio checks. How you doing? What's up? Ben. We saw Ben from yesterday, the 17-year-old delegate. Great guy. Let's head in here for a second and see what's up. What's up? Olivia Juliana. What's up, Haley?
Yeah, so
Let's hit it.
I'm still with giving. We also have to get something.
Oh my god.
We're here at the DNC. What's up? MeidasTouch. We are live in the Creator Lounge. How's everybody doing today? Let's read some chat. After the convention, get some sleep. We were JP Mandela's here. Oh wow, chat is flying. How's everybody doing? This is like a 3-day Super Bowl. With you all of day 4, let's go. Yeah, that 17-year-old delegate, we can talk to him again. What is this? Buddy, this is the DNC live stream. This is going to be the best live stream of the day, of the week, out of all the other media courses. Adam, trolling for interviews? No. Are you going to cover this debate live in person? Maybe we should live stream during the debate. Would you guys watch that? If we walked around before the presidential debate and we got access and we were able to live stream behind the scenes? I think the best way, if we wanted to make that possible, I think that this live stream was a good proof of concept to pitch to the DNC. Everything sounds good? Thank you guys for updating. Cool. Did you see people flaming Tim Walz's son? It is totally gross. So, to catch up with you guys a little bit, last night Tim Walz gave an amazing speech, and I'm sure you guys have seen, but during that speech his son stood up and began crying, and I believe I read that his son has a slight learning disability, and people were making fun of him. People were being incredibly rude online, and in the process of trying to paint Tim Walz's son as weird, MAGA Republicans basically exposed themselves as the weirdos, it feels like. Brian Tyler Cohen interview. We're going to try to make it happen for sure. We're going to try to make it happen.
You want to talk to us real quick?
Sure. All right. Our first interview of the day, buddy Aaron Parnas. We are live. How are you doing today?
Good, how are you? It's
Doing
exciting.
well. Day 4. Are you tired yet or are you chilling?
I am exhausted.
You're tired, yeah.
But I am pumped up for Kamala Harris tonight.
Dude, it's like all day, every day. Like I woke up at 9 today and I was like, I wanted to chill, but I immediately had to go get my credentials, go get my suit ready, get everything, and then we immediately headed here. So like, it's intense, right?
Listen, it's the Democratic Super Bowl. It's 1 week out of every 4 years. If you can't make it 4 days, I don't know what you're doing.
It's so worth it though, yeah. Staying up till 4 a.m. Poor cameraman Nate was up till 4 a.m. last night. Now we're
I'm sorry, Nate.
Yeah. So, let me ask you, who is your favorite speaker of the past few days?
I mean, I think Josh Shapiro like blew the roof off this arena. I mean, he really exemplified what's on the line in this election, the fact that our freedoms and our future, that protecting our families. I mean, he delivered a message of hope, and honestly, I think his speech showed why he is the future of this party after Kamala Harris wins this year.
He is a phenomenal speaker. What did you think about Tim Walz's speech last night?
I thought it was awesome. I mean, I really think like he's bringing back happiness and joy to the Democratic Party. I mean, he is the perfect vice presidential pick for Kamala Harris. The two partners, they complement each other really well, and I'm very excited. I think a lot of us were tears in our eyes, like Tim Walz's son and daughter.
Did you see the online reactions though? Wasn't it to the for MAGA Republicans?
Yeah, I mean, but they're just weird. I mean, they're weird. Like, no wonder they're attacking them for crying. I mean, if they're not, they themselves probably cry at things, and they just don't want to admit it.
They tried to call Tim Walz's son weird, but in the process, they exposed themselves as being the biggest weirdos that don't understand emotion or love. They don't have the capacity to love their son or love their father. So, what did you think about Michelle Obama's speech and her evolution from when they go low, we go high, to her just going for it?
Well, I mean, I think we saw that the 4 years of the Trump administration, the when they go low, we go high mantra just kind of gets thrown out the window, right? And I think when you're dealing with a convicted felon, when you're dealing with someone who wants to institute the most radical agenda, Project 2025 in American history, you can't continue the when they go low, we go high mentality. You have to punch back.
I absolutely agree. Where can people find you, Aaron?
So on all my platforms, Aaron Parnas. On my TikTok, Aaron Parnas #1.
Thank you so much for being the first interview of day 4, the biggest day of the RNC. I can't wait to see you around, man.
Go Meidas Mighty.
Meidas Mighty. Let's do it. Give me 1 second. Stay here. Excuse me? Would you be down to do an interview with MeidasTouch a little bit later? In a bit.
I was like, you're creative.
Yeah. I've been a fan of you since I was like 10 years old. Now I'm 21 and I'm doing YouTube full time, so.
I've seen you guys around and I dig the work. My dad's like a huge fan.
Big lived up, literally lived up.
I mean, yeah, everyone like went one way or the other in 2016. We went from like slight right to very left.
We go to MAGA rallies and we debate them and we try to press them and check out my stuff and we can chat more because I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I lost that wall.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry, I had to talk to Philip DeFranco because I've been a big fan. You like Philip DeFranco? I got to meet him, which was so cool.
That's great.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Are you Vogel?
No.
No? I'm sorry.
You're so dressed
I
up.
don't want to do an interview. I'm out sick at work, so.
Let's keep going. Do not pass that wall. Let's go through there. Looking good today. We just talked to Philip DeFranco, and we're going to try to get him for an interview. Really nice guy. Everyone, please remember to like the stream. Fix your sound. Sound is too low, apparently. We're figuring it out. How is everybody doing? We've already got 3K live. Let's maintain that throughout the entire day as we get more explosive interviews. It is going to be so much fun. Blue hearts. Oh my god, AOC's speech was great. Mic check. How does it sound? How does it sound when I'm using my lav, guys? When there's no mic in my hand? More Noah. You guys know we have more Noah. Right when Noah gets here, we're gonna find him. We have a segment coordinated with Noah, with Harry System, with all of the people you want to talk to. Olivia got to introduce Stevie Wonder. It was so cool. That was so sick. Oh, sound is fine. Okay, cool. Video is crisp. I'm glad to hear. Let's loop around here because when we're over here, sometimes the connection comes out or cuts out. Am I feeling better today? For sure. I feel great today. I got a good night of sleep. I will say, over the past 4 days though, it's been brutal. It's been great, but it does get brutal. So I want you guys all to drop in chat. Who has been your favorite speaker so far? Drop this in chat. I'm assuming we're going to see a lot of Michelle Obama's. Would you guys want to do an interview? Yeah? We are live on MeidasTouch right now.
Hi.
Can I hear really quickly, introduce you guys. What do you guys do? Introduce yourself to the stream.
I'm Ash. This is Grant.
I'm Grant. We do a lot of political activism and important work for the community.
And I see you guys all over TikTok, and every single time I see your videos, I'm mesmerized by your guys' stuff.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
A lot of people say that.
So what got you involved in politics, and what issues are important to you guys? We'll start with you.
So we...
funny, a man speaking before the woman.
Yeah, what?
It's funny.
Oh, go ahead then. Ladies first, right?
We've always been pretty politically active, but this year we really wanted to come to the DNC just to teach people that, you can be hot and liberal.
Yeah. I thought we were going to the Disney National Convention.
Yeah, that's why we're wearing these shirts
So we packed
today.
a lot of Disney merch. Turns out D is for Democratic National Convention.
We're so embarrassed.
We're so embarrassed.
You thought Mickey Mouse was going to be keynote speaker?
Yes. But then we saw last week was like the D23. That's what we thought we were going to.
We were humiliated.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But then you guys came out, lived up, and now you guys are like, whatever, we like Kamala.
Yeah, now we're here to support Kamala and Tim and the rest of the crew. And you know what? We'll do what we can.
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Right?
Who's been your favorite speaker so far?
Kamala. Her surprise appearance.
Yeah,
that was so good.
So fierce.
It just like gagged me a bit.
Yeah.
You guys want to hear a funny story?
What?
We were walking around like out here, and everyone starts sprinting, and we're like, "What's going on?" They're like, "Kamala's speaking." My camera and I start sprinting up the stairs, and we both eat shit at the staircase at the same time while we're live, and the video feed cuts out. We're like, we just completely messed up. But
no, that was actually like crazy.
No,
keep going though. You said Hillary, Kamala,
and Michelle,
like rock hard for Barack.
Yeah, rock hard for Barack. Michelle like ate everyone up.
Yeah.
Like she's so fierce.
She's great.
Obsessed.
Well, where can people find you?
You can find us at a twink and a redhead with
Yes.
underscores on Instagram,
Yes.
TikTok.
Yes. Come find us.
Come find us.
And you'll be scared when you do.
It was a great chat with you guys. See you.
Bye.
You too. You guys are insane. You guys are insane. So you got people in chat are saying, please button your top button. A few days ago, everybody was really pissed because my top button was buttoned. I can't do... Oh, wait, no. Is there one? Am I one button down? They're comedians. They're comedians. They're not political people. They're TikTok comedians. So they were doing a bit the whole time, just so you guys know. They were completely... Everything they said was a complete bit. It was a joke. Earlier we saw Malcolm Kenyatta, if you guys know who that is. Obama's for sure. Your guys' favorite was the Obama. I could see that, absolutely. We already have 3,500 people watching, and it's not even 3 o'clock. Our official pre-show coverage is just warming up as we head into 3. We've got some cool interviews lined up, so stay tuned. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. That's all you have to do, honestly. If you leave a like on the stream, that helps boost it in the algorithm, and then we can prove to the Democratic National Convention, the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, that this proof of concept works. That MeidasTouch and digital media, that we can actually pull through and do it. And the only reason we've been able to do this or launch this to such a level is because of you guys and your support. And this, it's just insane to me how it's such a grassroots movement, because MeidasTouch doesn't have any investors, any outside investors. Neither does my YouTube channel. And all of the clips that are spread around, all of the TikToks that go viral, it's all just like grassroots, people clipping it up. Like yesterday, I opened up TikTok and I saw a viral clip of myself that I didn't even edit. I didn't even edit or anything. I didn't even know about. So it's interesting to see how digital media is so grassroots and things can spread like absolute wildfire. Oh, you guys are begging for Brian Tyler Cohen. What's the lineup for tonight? I don't know every single name, because that's a lot, but I know that we have Adam Kinzinger, I know that we have Maxwell Frost, obviously we have Kamala Harris, we have... One second, I have the list up right here. Let me just read it to you guys. People are saying that Beyonce is going to speak tonight, but I don't know if I buy it. I can't tell. So tonight, let me name some of the names. We have Senator Bob Casey, Senator Tammy Baldwin, Elizabeth Warren, we have Mark Kelly, Gretchen Whitmer, Roy Cooper, Adam Kinzinger will give a great speech, Maxwell Frost will give an amazing speech, Alyssa Slotkin, Representative Colin Allred, Representative Ruben Gallego, State Reps Gloria Johnson, Justin Jones, and Justin Pearson, then Gabby Giffords, and then finally, VP Kamala Harris will end off the Democratic National Convention with her speech, and I can't wait. It's going to be great. I'm going to try to get a front row seat. Here we have the blue carpet. Let's head over to Michael's area, because we have some interviews lined up with him in about 10 minutes. Sorry about that. Sorry. No, you're good. There's Victor Shi over there. One second. Do you want to do a quick interview for me? I want the camera. How are you doing? Doing well. How about you, man?
You guys want to do something?
Yeah, we were live right now in front of like 4,000 people, so if you have anybody lined up, we can pull them in.
Let me know when you guys are doing another and I'll come crash in.
Okay, cool. You want to chat with us now really quickly?
Sure.
You want to do an interview? Let's do it on the blue carpet. I love being on the blue carpet, everybody. It's my favorite spot. I am now joined by Santiago Mayer. I said your last name right, correctly?
Yes,
Santiago Mayer. I always thought it was Mayor, but Mayer sounds good.
A lot of people think I'm a mayor of somewhere. I'm not. That's just how I'm called. But listen, I'll take it.
The mayor of Santiago here with us today.
My goal in life is to run for mayor of Santiago, Chile, so I can be Santiago Mayor.
That's really fire. So how have you enjoyed the DNC so far?
Oh, it's phenomenal. I mean, we have so many young delegates, we have so many young youth events, we have so many young people in general. This has simply been the most pro-youth convention, and I think that's reflected in the candidate, right? Vice President Harris has been a phenomenal champion for young people, and we could not be more excited to nominate her.
They've created such a cool space for not only young Gen Z people, but Gen Z creators to come here and take advantage of the DNC. And I just want to say, you run an organization that focuses on the youth vote. Can you explain what you do, and can you promote your organization?
For sure. I am the executive director at Voters of Tomorrow. We are a Gen Z-led organization working to educate, engage, and empower young people to take action in the political space. We have existed since 2019, so this is our 5th year, and we are ready to rock and roll. We're ready to go into November and turn out the youth vote for Vice President Harris. We have phenomenal chapters on hundreds of campuses across the country. We are committed to sending over 20 million texts and calls and having 20 million conversations, including 1 million specifically about abortion rights. And we're working really hard to make sure that young people understand what is at stake and making sure that they know that they have the power to elect Vice President Harris.
And that is so important, because from everything I've read, I don't like it, but it seems like Charlie Kirk has built a decent infrastructure and decent colleges with Turning Point USA. The organization sucks, but they've built something decent, and here you are killing it on the other side, doing that for us. So how do you explain to Gen Z voters who are disillusioned with our institutions? They say both sides are the same. How do you explain to them that that's not true?
Well, on one side, we have a sexual predator who cheated on his taxes, who cheated on his wife. And on the other hand, we have a prosecutor who went against for-profit colleges, who endorsed the Green New Deal, who supports LGBTQ rights, who supports abortion rights, and who has made every effort to bring Gen Z and our generation into the White House, into the room where decisions are being made. Not only that, she's gone and meet us we're in our community. She went to a college tour and engaged with millions of us. And I can tell you, as someone who has worked with her, she deeply, deeply means it when she says that she loves Gen Z. She wants to make sure that our voices are heard, and she wants to make sure that our values are represented in the White House.
Absolutely, yeah. And I just wanted to say that if you look at any single poll, it shows that Gen Z voters are overwhelmingly liberal. We believe in climate change, marriage equality, all of these core tenets of liberalism, but then sometimes it scares me when people are like, oh, I just don't feel like voting, because that means we're ceding ground to MAGA lunatics. What do you think is at stake for young people if Trump gets back in office?
Everything. Absolutely everything. Donald Trump and his Project 2025 crew are ready to come for every single thing that young people support. They're ready to take away regulations protecting us from climate change. They're ready to take away regulations protecting us from gun violence. They're going to ban abortion nationwide. They want to ban contraception. They want to get rid of LGBTQ plus marriage. And they want to make life hell for transgender Americans. None of it is acceptable. None of it is supported by Gen Z, and that is why Gen Z is going to defeat Donald Trump again, and hopefully for the last time in November.
He runs in 2028. We go through this all again. It's like, God.
I mean, listen, I've gotten really good at kicking his ass. So.
Yeah. Biden 2028? Anybody? No? But Biden-Trump rematch. Where can people find you? I want you to promote your organization. We've got a few thousand lives, so I really want people to go visit this, because turning out the youth vote is incredibly important. I do think the youth vote could decide the election.
Oh, it will. It will. I mean, and we just released a new poll yesterday. Vice President Harris is leading by 32 points with young voters in swing states.
That's a big increase from Biden, right?
That is a massive increase. And I think that's due to the energy, and a lot of it to the Students for Harris efforts and efforts like the ones we do at Voters of Tomorrow. So if people want to find more, they can go to votersoftomorrow.org to follow us on social media at Voters Tomorrow, and chip in at votersoftomorrow.org/donate. Like Adam said, Charlie Kirk and Turning Point have millions and millions of dollars. We are continuing to kick their ass with 1/100th of their budget. So, but if you can chip in $5, $10, whatever you can, it will make a massive difference.
I urge you guys, votersoftomorrow.org. Go check it out. Go check it out. We need it to win the vote. I really appreciate you hopping on with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Yeah, see you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. What a great guy. How you doing? You want to talk to us real quick?
Sure.
MeidasTouch? Let's hop on the carpet.
Oh my gosh!
You can talk to us after if you want to.
No, I can't.
Okay. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing well. What's your name? Introduce yourself to the stream. We're currently live already.
All right. Hi, I'm Ernie Renteria from Temple, Texas. Anybody that's met me and loves me just calls me Uncle E.
Uncle E. Oh, you have your own pin. Uncle E for Harris and Waltz. Wow.
Yeah.
How many of those pins did you make yourself?
None, just this one.
Oh, okay. Interesting. You got one custom pin. Can I read some of them real quick?
Oh, absolutely.
So awesome. Don't mess with trans kids, with the Texas logo on it. That is amazing. It says, "We are Texas." You got the donkey, the Democratic donkey with a pride flag on it. You've got banned book readers for Harris. That is amazing. See, I just want to point out that liberalism is so inclusive and cool, and when you compare that with Republicans, it is night and day. For example, did you see at the Republican convention they were holding up signs that said deport or mass deportations now?
Yeah.
Here they were holding up signs that said USA. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel wonderful. And I'll share a story of what happened last night that shows the difference between our party and the Republican Party. After the convention was over, I was waiting for my friend. He's picking up items and everything. There were two Hispanic individuals doing the cleanup, and I engaged them in a conversation. And I was talking to the young gentleman, and I asked him where he was from. He was telling me he was in Mexico, and I said, well, how long have you been here? He goes, I've been here 3 years. I said, well, good. How things going? He goes, it's going good. I'm able to try to pull myself up, my family. He goes, but I want you guys to know, I'm really scared. I'm really worried. He goes, because Trump wants to send us back. Trump wants to deport us and not give us the opportunity. And it just touched my heart and makes it the reason that I'm a warrior for equality for all. I've been a warrior for equality ever since I've known what inequality was at a very young age, and I will be a warrior for equality till the day I die. And that's equality for all, not only in the United States, but equality for all around the world.
You're giving me chills right now. I just want to say, it's really weird because 2 days ago, I took an Uber at about midnight, and I was talking to my Uber driver, and he was explaining to me that he's an immigrant, and he has a family that he's built here, a life that he's built here, and he was terrified of Donald Trump. The entire reason the conversation started was because I got in the car in my suit, my press passes, and he was like, are you coming from the convention? He said, please make sure Kamala Harris wins. So there is a lot at stake for people who are good people trying to build lives in this country. He was the nicest guy ever. He was going out, he was working at midnight to make sure he can support his family, and Donald Trump wants to get rid of people. It just
Who's going to do the job? Who's going to do the job?
It's insane to me. And also, I want to point out that I've been to a lot of MAGA rallies, and Trump supporters wear a bunch of pins in the same way, but whenever they do, it's only pins of Donald Trump. It'll be pins of Donald Trump flexing, Donald Trump shirtless, but your pins are about everybody.
It's about my causes. It's about what? Trans youth. What Texas is trying to do to trans youth and not let them get the care they need at the time they need is abhorrent. Would you rather have a child dead because you won't allow him to live their authentic life? That's not real. That's not Christian. That's not American. It's just wrong.
It's wrong, and they say that they're the party of small government, but then they want the government interfering in our medical lives when it comes to abortion or when it comes to trans healthcare. I always say, keep it between the parents, keep it between the kid and the doctor. It should be the doctor.
That's who it should be. That's who it always should be.
And a therapist or a psychiatrist, the professionals, not J.D. Vance.
If people understood, because people seem to have a tendency to believe that a kid wakes up one day and goes to the mom and says, Mom, I want to be a boy today. That's not how it happens. And the transition, they have to go through a very, very long process. Counseling, therapy, everything. I've never wanted to transition. I'm very happy being a male. Very happy. But I have a lot of friends. I've seen a lot of you that have gone through this. I've known since I was 6 years old that I was different. It's not something that you just wake up one day and decide, oh, I don't like the body I'm in. I want to be something different. It doesn't happen that way.
I feel like everybody needs an Uncle E in their life. Everyone needs an Uncle E.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Could you give a message to any trans youth watching? We do have a good amount of people watching, and there may be people out there who live in a family that's not accepting, live in a red state. What would be your message?
Never be afraid to be your authentic self. Have the self-confidence. There's always resources out there. There's people out there that are willing to help you, willing to listen, and willing to provide that shoulder that you need. Just reach out, no matter if you live in Podunk or if you live in a major urban area. Reach out and find the resources that are out there that are available to you and make use of them.
Absolutely. And can you explain why Kamala Harris is for equality more than Donald Trump ever will be?
Because Kamala Harris cares for the people. Donald cares for Donald. That's the biggest difference. The biggest difference in the campaign that's going to happen this year. Everybody says they want to go back. They want to go back. The reason they want to go back is because they want to go back to a period where things were affordable, things had jobs. Well, those were all because of the Roosevelt laws. our soldiers could go when they came back. We provided them education, we provided them housing, we provided them jobs that paid a living wage so that they could build their families, move themselves up to the middle class. So back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and 70s, we had a strong middle class. You don't have a strong America if you don't have a strong middle class. And that is what Kamala is going to do. She's going to rebuild that middle class so that we have a strong democracy and we can preserve our democracy.
Very well said. And where can people find you, Uncle E? Do you have social media? Do you have a website?
Under Ernie Renteria, or you can just Google Uncle E, and it should pull me up.
Uncle E. Thank you for chatting with us, and I hope to see you around.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thank you, guys.
We got to head over. We got some interviews in 1 or 2 minutes with one of my friends. Let's head over here this way. What a great guy. You guys love Uncle E, right? What an amazing guy. Sorry. Uncle E is great. What's up, homie? Everybody needs an Uncle E. Protect trans youth. Yeah, that man was great. And the thing that I think, what that dude reminded me of, in a roundabout way, I don't know how to describe this, but he reminded me of being at MAGA rallies and seeing the Trump supporters who also wear really unique clothing. But the difference is the Trump supporters wear this deranged clothing with a photoshopped version of Trump flexing, but he was wearing pins that said he wants equality for everyone. He was wearing pins that said he wants everybody to be safe and happy in America. So what's the difference between a party who holds somebody up like some macho man versus a party who holds everybody up, who holds the entire country to the same level? I don't know. It's just interesting to see the difference between... There's Cenk Uygur right there. The Young Turks Cenk Uygur. Great guy. We've got an interview coming up right over here. Back by the media area. Let's go. We're ready when you are, Michael.
Okay. I have waiting 5 minutes because I just got the WZOA.
No worries.
Thank you. Give me like 5-10 minutes.
You're good. All right, they need 5 more minutes. They're still setting up for this interview. We already have 5K watching. Everybody's happy. How do you guys... I think I should make an entire video out of Uncle E. That should be its own video because that would go viral on TikTok. Can you find Tara Dublin? Yeah, we could try. Yeah, I'm surprised Cenk is here. Should I go ask? No, wait, you know what? He was very, very against Biden running, but I think he's been very pro-Kamala. I think we should be charitable. Cenk has been very, very pro-Kamala ever since Sheepston, and he's been very, very pro-Tim Walz, even though he was very against Biden for a while. I mean, he ran against Biden. But I do think he has gotten better. Wow, day 4, everything is just ramping up. We are waiting for some politicians to be walking around, or more MAGA trolls today. We have heard that more MAGA trolls are going to be coming, and not Mike Lindell. I do not see him coming another day after Jamie Harrison called him out. Wow. Okay, so I want to read you guys this tweet. Hashtag breaking news. There is a scheduled gap in tonight's DNC schedule, and the special guest is only known by a handful of people. Let me say this one more time. There is a special gap in tonight's DNC schedule, and the special guest is only known by a handful of people. Stay right there for 1 second. Would you be willing to do an interview with MeidasTouch in a bit?
I love the
You down to do an interview with us in a little bit?
Like right now?
Yeah. Let's go to the side right here. We're live right now, so. Can we do an interview in front of this sign?
I'm really close to the road.
Okay, cool. So they're gonna love this.
Yeah.
Staying right here. How are you doing today?
I'm so good.
We are currently live. We are currently live in front of a few thousand people. So introduce yourself to the stream.
I'm Lindy Lee. I'm a Democratic strategist. I'm a VIP donor and a credentialed influencer here at the convention.
You have definitely seen Lindy Lee's work. You do great work going on. I've seen you on MSNBC shredding it. I've seen you on all of these stations shredding it. I love your work. And I just want to say, I want to ask you, how do you feel about the space that they've created for creators here?
Actually, the truth is I haven't been there because I'm part of the Pennsylvania delegation. They put me in the front row every night.
So how's your experience been so far?
It's been unbelievable, and I'm an immigrant, and so for me, I was like crying every single night because it's just unbelievable to be here and have this opportunity to see it up front. You know, we're feet away from the stage, and to be a part of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is even better. You know, it's just, this state has given me so much, and I want to do everything I can to give back and to make sure that we save our republic. And the energy here is just electrifying.
And can I ask you, so you said you're an immigrant. I want to ask you, what do you think about Donald Trump's plan to deport 11 million people? I don't understand. We were just talking to somebody about it. And
I do want to say something that people in our party are not saying. I came here the legal way. You know, I waited 3 years to come here, so I'm in no danger of deportations.
But I want to ask you, what do you think about Donald Trump's... It's insane to me because last night I was just telling the story. I was in an Uber with my driver, and he was asking me about my political views, and I said, I really hope Kamala Harris wins, and he was tearing up because he has a family here, and he is incredibly worried that if Donald Trump gets into office, he will deport them. So how do you push back against this?
I don't think he even has the infrastructure to deport 11 million people. Like, he can talk a big game, but how is he actually going to do that? Obama deported more people than he did. So he blows all this smoke, but he has nothing to back it up. And he fails to mention that if you remove 11 million people from our country summarily, our agriculture industry will utterly collapse. Like, this is an economic blow as well. So the things that he doesn't mention. You know, we depend on these immigrants for our vegetables, for our meat, you know, for our grocery markets. They're an intricate part of our society.
My grandpa moved here from Syria 20 years ago. Oh, wow. He slept in his car for the first 3 years while he went through college, and now he runs a successful business. Oh, wow. So this country is built off of immigration. It makes me sick that Donald Trump talks like that. Finally, who's been your favorite speaker so far?
That's such a good question because there have been so many good ones. I'm kind of biased, though. Governor Josh Shapiro is a personal friend, and he is my governor.
He did great.
And he's just amazing. He's one of the most talented politicians of our generation. Well, he's not my generation, but you know what I mean. Like, alive today. He's just phenomenal.
What about Michelle Obama?
Oh, she's great, too. And also, I have a connection with her. She went to the same college, and she's always been so kind. She surprised me with free tickets to her bookstore. Like, her staff just randomly reached out.
Where'd you go to college?
Princeton.
Oh, okay, interesting. So, how did you feel about Michelle, or how did you feel about Barack Obama making a sly remark about Donald Trump? Did you catch his joke?
The hands.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
It's so good, right?
It's
so funny. Because, okay, Michelle Obama's always saying when they go low, we go high, but I think that was the perfect example of kind of getting down and dirty.
At this point, they go low, we go low.
Oh, yeah.
Because, man, we're not dealing with a human being. We are dealing with someone who has no conscience, who's a convicted felon, 88 times over, who got, impeached 4 times, indicted 4 times, impeached twice. There's nothing redeemable about this guy. We need to fight fire with fire. I think that's part of the problem. We've been polite for so long, but our republic is at stake.
And Jamie Raskin was explaining to me that when they go low, we go high. That was before the Trump era, but we've learned that doesn't really work anymore. But where can people find you?
Lindy Lee. I love Twitter. Follow me on Lindy Lee on X, Lindy_Lee on Instagram. I'm so sorry, I'm running on fumes. I haven't slept in forever.
Trust me, we are so tired. We've been going for 4 days straight, live streaming for hours. I really enjoyed chatting with you, and I hope we get to do it again soon.
It was such an honor.
Yeah, the Meidas Mighty love you. Everybody loves you. So
that's so sweet.
Enjoy the convention. Michael just texted me. Do you guys like Lindy Lee? Anybody?
Yes, he is. Okay.
You guys know who Lindy Lee is, right? People think Taylor Swift. I don't see it. I don't see Taylor. I don't think it's going to happen, guys. Even though, I will say, somebody said Taylor Swift took a 2-day break from her tour over the next 2 days, but I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist. It's not going to be Taylor Swift. I'm not going to get your guys' hopes up. I also don't think it's going to be Beyonce. I just don't... Well, it might be Beyonce, actually. I don't want to eat my words. I love Lindy Lee. I follow her on Twitter. She's the best. check in on Taylor Swift's private jet. I don't believe you guys. I don't believe you guys. Yeah, you guys love her. Yeah, she's the best. Ooh, some people think it's going to be a Republican. Some people think it's going to be Mike Pence or Bush. Bruno Mars. See, the only reason why I think the Beyonce thing could be realistic is because, as somebody in chat just pointed out, Kamala Harris's entire campaign is sorry, 1 second. Kamala Harris's entire campaign song is "Freedom" by Beyonce. Pink? You think it's Pink? That would be sick. Pink is supposed to be performing, but I think this is a secret one. Pink, Bruce, it's Pink? Okay. If you do think it is, then. We currently have 5K watching the pre-show. I can't believe we already have 5,200 people watching. This is amazing. And we just passed Matt Friend. Anybody know Matt Friend? There's so many recurring characters that we can talk to. Olivia Giuliana, we passed a little bit ago. She is the best. She is maybe one of my favorite people. Over there we see Grant Stern. I saw Malcolm Kenyatta. Man, Uncle E though. Uncle E is a true patriot. Can we get some hearts in the chat for Uncle E? 5,500, let's go. Let's knock out some interviews. This is going to be the most explosive stream of the week, y'all. You thought yesterday was explosive. What's going on over here? Oh, they're just doing like a seminar. I thought it was like a huge media interview or something. They're just explaining to volunteers. I was about to barge in there. Believe, Adam. Believe. Are you talking about Taylor Swift when you're telling me to believe? Bush? Oh, you guys are begging for Tara Dublin. It's possible. We can make it happen. Some blue hearts for Uncle E. I think he's more of a patriot than any MAGA Republican ever will be. More than Mike Lindell, that's for sure. I can't wait to find Noah. Oh, here's the squad. Let's cross streams real fast. What's up?
We got Destiny.
Oh,
We got our buddy Destiny. You can just talk to there, but he's on the camera.
How you doing, Steven? What a great guy.
You know Adam, right?
I don't think we've met.
Oh, you never met Adam before?
No.
He's on MeidasTouch.
We met at the Ohio thing. I work for a company called MeidasTouch.
Yeah.
We go to Trump rallies and debate Trump supporters.
He debated Mike Lindell.
Borderline. I guess you probably do, yeah. Okay. I feel like I would probably get attacked and I didn't one of these.
Yeah, dude, you watched one of my clips once where I turned a MAGA supporter on Ukraine, and I explained to him, like, putting America first is how you fund Ukraine. So that's our whole strategy right there.
I do remember. I remember watching this.
Yeah. We try to take a strategy where it's like, we're not assholes to them, we treat them like people, and I think it's more successful.
Could you explain that again to Steven?
Yeah,
no kidding.
Well, no, I feel like I've learned a lot of the techniques from you, because I watched you debate, and you talk to people in such a unique way. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I am very unique. You guys should go out good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, you should have been here, man, though. It's great.
Yeah.
Are you getting FOMO?
Maybe next time.
Do you get FOMO?
Do what?
Do you get FOMO?
FOMO. Fear of missing out.
I do too much shit to ever have FOMO, but...
Yeah.
Since they never got a picture before, I'm going to get a picture of Adam and Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. Go ahead.
Oh, here.
Throw me in the back.
No, it was great chatting with you guys. We have like 5K live, so we were about to go do some interviews.
Okay,
so
go do your thing.
See you guys, yeah.
Bye.
We were just talking to Destiny.
Getting out's pretty easy.
What's up? Anyone in chat know Destiny? Any of my younger viewers? This is wild. Are you down to talk to MeidasTouch in a bit later on?
Yeah, in a bit.
Matt Friend, he does the Trump impression. He's really good. Interview the Lincoln Project. That'd be great. Mockler killing it. We're up to 6K live. Let's rip it. We're close. We're heading over to Michael. Everybody let me know how you're feeling in chat right now. I'm feeling better today. It's interesting, guys, because we've actually sort of played a part, the MeidasTouch and the Meidas Mighty have played a part in crafting the entire narrative for yesterday's DNC. I don't use narrative in a loaded way, I just mean like the way that things went with Noah, with Mike Lindell, with everybody, not only with the infrastructure with ASIN and Ron Filipkowski and all those people helping boost it, but Jamie Harrison actually tweeted about the Mike Lindell thing, which is absolutely wild. And we were the ones that caught that. And Noah was the one that pulled through. I'm going to DM Noah in a few minutes and see if he wants to link up. We're getting to know more about me. Yeah, I feel like this is the rawest you guys have seen me. When I do my stuff and I'm sitting down in my bedroom, it's obviously me being myself, but it's more edited, I scripted out a little bit. This is all just raw on the fly. So if you guys didn't know how my personality was a week ago, you guys know the ins and out of my personality now. And some people were saying that I was being too mean to Mike Lindell yesterday. Can you guys let me know in chat, was I being too mean to Mike Lindell or the fact checker? I was rewatching it later and I was like, okay, I was being a little bit aggressive, but I think if anybody deserves it, it's Mike Lindell. And you guys have to keep in mind, I've talked to Mike Lindell before, and I thought a lot about, after that conversation, how could I have done that in a way where he wasn't just steamrolling and yelling at me? And what I figured out is you have to repeat the same question over and over. You have to keep on repeating the same question, and you have to make sure you pin them down. And I guess it came across as aggressive, but David Packman played the clip in his live. Wow. No, I wasn't being too aggressive. Okay, thank you guys. You guys have my back. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I got a few emails saying I came off like an asshole, and I was like, okay, I guess I could see that, but I think Mike Lindell deserves it. We're just doing laps. We're just getting our steps in, guys. We're just getting our pre-workout. My bad. Someone cut in front of me and I had to stop, and then the camera didn't work at me. That was my bad there. No, we did it right. I think we did it right. We matched his energy. I totally agree. It was assertive, yeah. Okay. You guys have me. Somebody always says something. See, on the other side of that, if I would have been less aggressive, I probably would have got an email saying, hey Adam, why did you let him get away with so much BS? So there's, no matter what we do. Chat's gonna love that. That's the first time it's happened. We should have Mike Lindell talk to Uncle E. Yo, Peter. What's up? We're live right now in MeidasTouch.
Hey guys, it's me, Peter from Birds Aren't Real. I love Adam.
We're best friends.
I actually owe you pictures of you and Noah.
Yeah, shoot those to me.
I owe you pictures.
So how you feeling?
I feel kind of exhausted.
Dude, day 4 has everyone tired, right?
I feel conflicted about them not allowing a Palestinian American on stage to speak.
So really, that's what you've been focusing on? How do you feel about that? Let's expand on that a bit. Let's move off to the side if you're cool. Let's talk for a bit, because this is one of my best buds, and we've only gotten to link up this week, so it's like isn't it awesome seeing all of your friends in the same building? And it's like
It is.
I see
It's crazy.
you and Adam walking around, and I turn around and it's Harry and Chris, and I turn around and it's like AOC walking past. It's just wild.
It's like a little cinematic universe of people.
For real, all in Chicago, in my hometown. So let me know your thoughts about them not letting a Palestinian American, or there have been reports that she's not allowed to speak. But what do you? Let me hear.
Yeah, I mean, they had a family of one of the hostages on stage yesterday to speak, which is good, and that should be heard by people. It's great that happened. I wish that they would have someone, an advocate for Palestine, or a doctor from Gaza, or members of the uncommitted movement that they've allowed to speak in unbroadcasted events here.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, there's been people even that they're putting up that have already endorsed Kamala.
Yeah.
These aren't random people, these are delegates that were invited here. Like, these aren't like random people from the outside. They're like delegates that were invited here that have endorsed Kamala, that were like, you can vet our speech. We just want to get on and show that perspective too. Which, for everything that the Democrats have said this week about inclusion and they're this party of love and hope and equality, it does feel hypocritical.
I think it's a fair criticism, and something that I don't know if you know this, my dad is Muslim, and his whole side of the family are Muslim. So we go back and forth about this all day, and he's like, he goes to every single pro-Palestine rally every single weekend, and him and I are always having discussions. And it's interesting to see the dynamic between somebody who's, I'd say I'm like, I don't know, it's hard to describe, but I do understand your criticism. Can I ask you, who's been your favorite speaker so far?
My favorite speaker so far? Ooh, that's a good question. Let my brain buffer.
Michelle Obama, I'll answer for you.
I mean, Michelle Obama was electric. I thought she was better than Barack, I'll be honest.
Did you get Obama's joke where he was...
I didn't catch it in the moment, actually. I didn't catch it in the moment. I thought Tim Waltz he's such a cutesy, warm guy. I want to sit around a campfire with him and smoke a tobacco pipe, even though I don't like tobacco, and share a glass of whiskey and talk about stories. I want them to do stuff with Tim Waltz in the football world. I think that there's a lot of, I mean, that's a pretty bipartisan thing, is the NFL. It's the main reason people watch TV anymore, is for football, mainly.
And something I would say is that I think Democrats need to get better at reaching out to young men and embracing masculinity. Because, so when Donald Trump walks into a UFC match, obviously we think it's cringe, but I have friends that are like, yo, that's Donald Trump, is so sick. So we need our equivalent of that. I don't want to see Tim Waltz go on Joe Rogan. I mean, if he wants to, I think that would be a good reaching out to that audience because he's so chill.
I think he should. I think you should go where the swing voters are, and I think that's what this party hasn't done the best job of in the past, is, I mean, put Tim Waltz on Theo Vaughn.
Yeah,
you know? He would be great.
He's so likable, and like we need to show people that he's likable, and the Democrats aren't all like blue-haired. See, the difference between Tim Walz and Gavin Newsom, I love Gavin Newsom, but I feel like Gavin Newsom is very visibly slicked back and polished, whereas Tim Walz is literally like your dad, who you sit around a campfire with.
Yes, he looks like the people you grow up around, the people you know in your real life. I don't know about you, I don't know many people that look like Gavin Newsom, and I love him too. I think he's great. I love how he goes on Fox News and acts and knows how to talk to Sean Hannity. It's great. But Tim Walz visually is totally coded as like your dad, you know. And I think that there are a lot of people, those young men, that don't even feel like they have permission, or they don't have an idea that Democrats can be like that. They have no idea that a Democrat can be a Christian either, or like, I don't know. I think there's a lot of room to go into those spaces, open up some doors, and be like, wait, you have permission to come. It's not really what you think.
Exactly. So how old were you when you started Birds Aren't Real, which ended up becoming a national phenomenon?
Birds Aren't Real, I was 17.
Wow. How old are you now?
17. I'm 26.
Yeah, so it's been going for 9 years?
That's actually crazy.
Wow, you're an old man.
I'm an old man.
No,
it took a little bit of time for it to when did you start doing this?
A year ago. About.
A year ago? Yeah. I didn't even know that, so I guess I've been following you for most of the time.
Since the beginning, we've been friends,
Wow.
So you're day one. I mean, that's why I appreciate it.
I love this guy. We need this guy right here. We need him.
You and Adam are my favorites. Finally, where can people find you? Promote your stuff.
Oh my God, you can find me. My Instagram's just at Peter on social media. You can come follow me as a person. We have a new project launching in November.
Wait, did you end up going public?
I went public.
Oh, you went public!
I know. We were debating the other night, should I turn my private Instagram public? And it's a new era. I decided, why not?
We were actually giving debate points. We were like, well, if you do it like this, if you do it like this, turn it into a debate. But yeah, it was nice chatting with you. Also, I love that conductor meme where like the bird lands on a wire and it's like what is it called? The conductor. I don't know. It's really funny though.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
nice chat with you.
I love you.
Yeah. We'll talk soon, Adam.
I don't know. Some of it's just.
What a great guy. You guys like Peter? MeidasTouch. Meidas Money, you want to talk to us in a bit? Sure. It'll be quick and easy.
I'm a fan.
Cool. Let's chat real quick. So, you can stand right here and introduce yourself to the stream.
Sure. I'm Stephanie Borash.
And Stephanie, what brought you to the DNC in 2024?
I'm actually a volunteer.
Oh wow, so you're volunteering at the DNC. Where are you? What state are you from?
I am from Chicago.
Oh, I am too. I'm from Chicago as well.
Awesome, fantastic.
So what issues are at the top of your mind when you think about 2024? When you're going to vote on November 5th, what is really driving you?
Freedom, literally, freedom.
Freedom.
And reproductive rights, of course. Voting rights, without question. And also just getting rid of Donald Trump. I'm just going to put it out there.
Getting rid of Donald Trump. And in the process, we secure our democracy. Absolutely. We secure Ukraine's democracy.
Definitely.
Freedom for youth, trans youth, women in America. Who has been your favorite speaker?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama blew out of the water. I mean, I love Barack, but Michelle was cool.
She really rose to the occasion.
She was so above rose to the occasion.
Yeah, and she really pulled no punches when talking about MAGA. She went for it, and I like that.
And I loved, she was like, stop with the hand wringing, stop with that, we got this. Like, just do the work.
Exactly. It's so annoying how MAGA will gaslight us. For example, after the assassination attempt, they were all trying to claim that Democrats were the ones amplifying the rhetoric in America when Donald Trump's claim to fame was coming up with nicknames, right?
He's been doing that since 2015. And he hasn't stopped. So yes.
For them to flip around and gaslight us is just annoying. Whenever I see a freedom sign, that Beyonce song plays in my head.
Yes.
Do you know who the guest speaker is? Have they released it? Has it leaked? Someone said Pink.
I did hear Pink.
Okay.
I did.
Okay,
you know, she's in Chicago for her concert on Saturday at Soldier Field.
So it's most likely going to be Pink. Okay. We were all speculating in chat earlier, but it seems like it is confirmed. Well, thank you for chatting with us, Stephanie.
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed that. And thank you for watching MeidasTouch.
Love MeidasTouch.
It only works because of you guys. It only works because of all of you. Yeah, thank you. Democrats are so much cooler. Okay. I don't want to talk broadly, because on a personal level, Republicans and MAGA Republicans are very cool people. I hang out with a lot of Republicans, or I have friends back in Indiana that are Republicans, but I want to say that on a political level, when I talk to somebody like we just talked to, Stephanie, and I compare that with talking to a MAGA supporter, or Uncle E, when we talk to somebody like Stephanie, or somebody like Uncle E, and we compare that to, we don't even have to use Mike Lindell, because Mike Lindell is an extreme case, but when we compare that to other MAGA, people that are MAGA Republicans, the difference is night and day between how these people function, how these people think. Right now we have bodyguard Ben working the camera for cameraman Nate, which is amazing. We can plant right here if you wanna. Yeah. We're gonna grab a spot right here and grab some people to interview. But the DNC Day 4 is great. An on the ground view that you won't get anywhere else. Let's see how, Stephanie Miller? No. Melania Trump. Why are people saying go debate Melania? I'm glad you talked to all kinds of people. Yeah. Oh, Pink is not the surprise. Okay. I don't want to give you guys false information at all, because everything is developing and I can't really check online, but there are some reports that there will be a surprise speaker. There are some reports that it's Pink, but it might not be Pink. We don't know yet. We don't know. I'm not going to lie. What do you guys think in chat? Oh, you think it's Pink? What's with your hair? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I slept on it weird. Is that better? There's always something. Taylor Swift won't publicly endorse. I think she would. She publicly endorsed in 2020. She had that plate of cookies. Loved your interview with the Conway kid. Yeah, Claudia's really, really cool. Fix your hair? I did. Oh, so Pink is on the roster? Oh, maybe I was wrong. Charles Barkley. I don't think it's Taylor Swift. I feel like that's a pipe dream almost. I feel like that's pie in the sky, like people dreaming at that point. Taylor and Beyonce? No. You guys are wild. It's Mitch McConnell. Is he going to freeze on stage? President Bush? Anthony Hopkins, that's a good one. Hannibal Lecter shows up. Great reporting. 4K views, 5K live. We're about to hit 6K live. And hopefully once that happens, we can hit the ground running and do some wild interviews. I mean, yesterday was crazy. Yesterday was easily the wildest day of the convention, and honestly, I don't know if any stream here has gotten that wild. People like other mainstream networks, say CNN for example, they do a really good job, but they're seated. They stay seated the entire time. They don't really walk around. We've walked around and showed you guys the entire convention. You guys probably have a map of it in your head, if you guys have been watching for the majority of the time. Eminem, that'd be sick to see Eminem perform. I really want to see Eminem perform, but like 2002 Eminem, if you guys know what I mean. Eminem from like 2002, or like 2000 to 2005 was so good. But I just don't know. Gary Busey, you guys are just throwing out names now. Dolly Parton. Let's keep walking. Let's make our way around and see what we can find. You guys are about to see the energy very quickly pick up. As we get closer and closer to 10 p.m. Central Time, which is when VP Harris is going to speak, the energy is only going to increase and get wilder. Right now, it's the calm before the storm, as they say. A Prince hologram. Money on Beyonce. Someone's putting money on Beyonce or Bruce Springsteen. I can see that. Beyonce would be amazing. Also, that Freedom song is really stuck in my head. That was a really good choice. I wonder if Kamala made that herself, or, I mean, I'm assuming they had, like, some staffers. What's up? Yeah? You want to chat? Okay. It's okay. It's always great seeing people. See, we got these mics made with the MeidasTouch logo, and it was totally a good investment because people stop us and they're like, we love your stuff. They don't always want to chat, that's fine. I said we head to the Crater Lounge, we sit down for a minute, get some water, and then chat with some people, and then we have some interviews scheduled once Michael hits us up. This is where the sticker police found us yesterday. Taraji P. Henson. Did they kick Lindell out? They didn't exactly kick Lindell out, but what happened is Jamie Harrison found the video that we recorded actually, and Jamie Harrison tweeted essentially saying that he... Sorry, I can't read Nate and Ben almost. Basically saying that Mike Lindell isn't welcome if he's going to be treating people like that, which is true. That's fair. Like, why would you ever yell at a 12-year-old? My pillow sucks. Yeah, he's been here trying to sell pillows to people the entire time. Jennifer Aniston, I doubt it. Eminem diss track, I'm not gonna lie, I do not want to see an Eminem diss track on Trump. I don't know. Eminem was really good 20 years ago. Really good. Meeting the Pod Save America people has been really cool. Also, Ben De La Creme was great, and Peppermint. I gotta turn those into a video. Liz Cheney, it's just not a big enough surprise. I don't know. With Liz Cheney, because Adam Kinzinger is speaking. That's basically like Liz Cheney's counterpart. Yeah, I don't think Lindell's coming back today. I don't think it's happening. But if he does, honestly, if Lindell came back, we could probably confront him and he still wouldn't even recognize me because his brain is fried. But I do want to do a post debate, or the day after interview with Noah, once Noah drops in.
calling her. I called her the child of Oh, Jess?
We'll chill over here for a second. People are creating content. We have Olivia Giuliano right behind. You guys need water? I'm gonna go grab a bottle. Water? We're live every day. You want to hold this mic while I go get water?
Yeah, sure.
Talk to the Meidas Mighty.
Hello, Meidas Mighty. How are you doing today? I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. We are here Thursday, the last day of the DNC. We're ready to see Kamala Harris take the stage. We're ready to see some surprise guests. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe Donald Trump has realized that he's about to be a loser and he's here to concede. Who knows? But I'm here. I'm proud to be here. 21 years old, ready to vote for Kamala Harris. My favorite person I've met while I've been here, personally, is I met Matt, the guy who does the Trump impressions and the Mitch McConnell impressions, and he was in the background during my speech. That was great. I love America. Are you good? What are we doing? Should I keep going? Keep talking? I wish I could say I'll be here all week, but I've already been here all week. And
how's it doing?
I'm being cut off. I'm being fired, and I don't have union protection.
No, I want to chat with you more. I want to chat with you. Sorry, I really need to go grab a water
No,
cup.
get your water. Get your water.
No, we did.
Meidas Mighty gotta be hydrated. What's up?
Can I ask you, how did you feel after your speech last night?
Oh my god, first of all, I didn't find out I was introducing Stevie Wonder until about 2 hours before that happened.
Wow.
So that was freaking crazy. But I felt really good. Like, well, number one, to be able to do that is one thing. But number two, to be down there with some of my best friends, like Aaron Parnas and Josh Martin, were down there with me.
Behind you, yeah.
That just made it so much more special. And then, I got to go and talk to some of my Texas delegation people, and it was just so great. And honestly now I just feel re-energized. I'm exhausted.
Oh, I think everyone's deeply exhausted.
But I have so much energy.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Enough energy to carry us to the last day. Everybody I've talked to said they have a deep exhaustion in their body, but they're just pushing through. Yeah, you absolutely killed it. You did great. Was your family watching? Were they crying?
Oh my gosh! So my sister actually, one of my sisters, they have kids, and she had my nieces and my nephew make signs, and they watched at home, and she sent me pictures of them holding up the signs and say "That's my tia," and "Be someone," which is a very popular bridge in Houston. It's painted. It says "Be someone" on it. And so, yeah, my family was watching it. It was just really sweet.
That is adorable. And your journey has been amazing. So, correct me if I'm wrong, but you started out just posting videos on TikTok, and then they grew and grew and grew, and now you are here as a 21, are you 21? 21-year-old young woman speaking at the DNC. It's insane.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what happened, It's been 4 years of just content creation. It started on TikTok and eventually moved over to Twitter and Threads and Instagram. And I only do YouTube realistically when I'm on the MeidasTouch network most of the time. But that's all it's been for the last 4 years. It's just doing that consistently. And it's so rewarding. And I love my job. I love what I get to do. Literally, I get to go out and talk about how important democracy in Texas is. And that's what better, what kind of job can you get that's better than that?
Yeah.
So it feels great.
Thank you so much for chatting with us. Sometimes I feel like I'm yapping for 5 hours and we're live streaming, so having somebody else to help fill the space is so nice.
Well, let me tell you something, Adam. There's one thing about me. There's two things I love in this world. It's Texas and yapping.
Yep.
So you don't ever have to worry
yapping
about
on camera. It was great. And we've also got to update your journey throughout the time. We talked to you hours before the speech. We talked to you the day after. So it's all online. And thank you for being so cool. Yeah.
Something to be fun with these other creators. Ask them who they think the special secret guest is.
Oh, true. Aaron, who's the secret guest?
I think it's Beyonce.
You think it's Beyonce?
I think it's Beyonce.
You're biting the bullet? You want to bet $10? $10
bucks.
Yeah.
$10.
Are we actually going to do it?
Let's do it.
I'd say $10 is not Beyonce.
I'd say it is.
You think it is?
I think it is.
You probably have some inside scoop.
I can't comment.
I might owe you $10 then.
I don't know.
What's up?
Nothing. Sorry.
You guys are giving us inside scoop. You say that he's going to owe me $10? Oh.
I'll just say I want to go to Vegas.
You wouldn't? Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
For you.
Oh, okay.
So, no.
Well, you guys may have
We'll see.
just got an inside scoop. You guys may have gotten the inside scoop there. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not. You didn't. Don't worry about it. Zelensky, that'd be cool, but I don't think it's exciting enough because it's it's gonna be an American icon. Who do I think it is? I honestly have no clue, and I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like the Taylor Swift speculation. We're ready when you are, Michael. You're good. You told us to walk off last time. You said do another lap.
I know, but don't, because I gotta pull them off.
We won't. You're good. You're good. Oh, there's the Michael Jordan statue that someone was asking about last time. Yeah, I went to a Bulls game here about a year ago, and I remember thinking it's going to be crazy once they set up for the DNC, and now we are here on day 4. It is wild to me that we are on day 4 of the DNC. I was talking to cameraman Nate on the first day, and we were like, even though we're a little bit stressed, it's going to fly by. Like, the 4 days are going to fly by, and by the end of it, we're going to be like, where did that go? And I really feel like they have. Yeah, Aaron is great. I love Aaron. So, who do you think the guest is going to be? A special guest?
I think it's going to be. I have no freaking idea, man.
So I was just talking.
I haven't even thought about it, dude. I've been just out here doing my thing.
I was talking to my friend Aaron Parnas, and we made a $10 bet. He's convinced it's going to be Beyonce, and he says he has some inside information, but I said I don't know. I'm agnostic.
It's leaked all over the press now.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, people are writing about it. Like, what's the inside information? Is he going on Twitter and being like, I'm the first person to know? Like, everybody's been speculating about Beyonce for weeks. Taylor Swift has been speculated. At the end of the day, the thing I'm most excited about is the VP accepting the nomination and delivering a masterful speech, which she's going to. Yep. So,
1 second. Sorry, David Hogg's person has been trying to get us in on stream. And
I just want to say that I like being interviewed. Interview me as much as you want.
Can I just say, okay, I want to give you guys another inside scoop. It's just like other stories. So, 2 days before the DNC, there was a media reception party at Navy Pier, and I went alone because cameraman Nate hadn't gotten in yet. I went alone, and I'm a very social person, but walking into an area where you know nobody, of course, I'm not just gonna like break into a group. So you and I met up. Michael guided me through, kept me through, and we turned into a game. We kept. We was like, how many people can we walk up to and swap information with? Yeah. And we gamified it, and then we'd walk up to a table, be like, who are you guys with? How you guys doing? And we made friends. We made amazing friends.
We did, but I want to flip it too. I've been doing this work for 20 years, and I was introverted. You came in, and you're like, I really want to talk to people, and I felt like we just made it a game, and you brought me out of my shell because I just flew in, I was tired, and you're like, no, I want to talk to people. We met like 4 producers. You got to talk to NPR. Oh. You met some incredible humans, so that was a lot of fun. I
still have to hit up Elena for NPR.
I had a lot of fun with you because we were like just talking to people and getting to know them. We talked to folks from Hawaii, remember them? And they were just like, this is my first convention.
They were so cool,
Yeah, and the Bloomberg producer, he was super nice. And you talked to Elena Moore.
I liked Elena a lot. She was cool. I still need to follow up with her.
I need to put you in touch because she is amazing.
She gave me your card, I have it.
Who else did we talk to?
The historian, Dilla. P. Dilla.
He was cool, yeah.
So
talk to people is the...
Please talk to people. It's energizing, and even if you're out of your element and nervous, are you ready for interviews?
Yeah, so I got these 2 amazing humans. Come on in.
Let's do it first.
These are North Carolina experts.
Hey, how you doing today, sir?
Nice to meet you.
Doing well. Can you introduce yourself to our live stream? We are currently talking to MeidasTouch, the MeidasTouch Network.
Okay, my name is Douglas Wilson. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm a Democratic strategist.
And Douglas, what brings you to the DNC?
Well, I wanted to be part of history. Back in 2008, I worked for Barack Obama's campaign, and that was a life-changing moment for me. At that time, the country was at a crossroads, just like it is now. Actually, worse now than it was then. And I wanted to be here to witness not only the moment, but just to be able to see that for the first time in our nation's history, we will be nominating the first African American woman, Asian Pacific Islander presidential nominee.
Could I ask you what the significance is of having representation like that on the national stage? Because do you know Noah, the 12-year-old that's walking around, a brilliant young kid? Yeah. He was telling me his sister one day said she was going to be the 100th president, but now she wants to be the 55th president because she sees Kamala Harris out there on TV. Yeah. Can you explain what representation means to you?
It means a lot because when you see somebody that looks like you or that has gone through the same things you've gone through, it gives you a sense of hope that you can also do the same thing that they're doing.
Yep.
So you mentioned Noah. Noah was thinking, you know what, I'm going to be the 100th president. And now he sees Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee. She's like, you know what, I can actually be the 55th president. So that means a lot. You know, when you see somebody up at that level doing that, it really inspires you.
That's incredibly true. And is this your first time in Chicago?
No, actually my second time in Chicago.
Second time in Chicago. Do you like the city?
Yes, I do.
Have you seen the skyline at night?
I have seen the skyline at night. I was here last November for the Obama 15-year reunion, and I always knew Chicago was cold, but I didn't know it was that cold.
It's cold in winter, dude. It gets bad.
But the weather's nice here. You know, back in Charlotte, it's like 85, 90 degrees. It's great here today.
Yeah, so do you have any experiences working on the Obama campaign that you'd like to share that you've carried into today?
Yeah, so one of my experiences on the Obama campaign was working with ordinary people. Most of the volunteers I recruited, a lot of them went on to do great things. The district attorney back in Charlotte was a volunteer of mine. Members of the House, the State Senate, they were volunteers of mine. It was just one of those experiences that you would never forget. What really, I would say, what I really remember about that is when he won. And my mother told me to put in my pocket a picture of my grandparents who had passed away years ago, and to take that with me to the inauguration and to hold that up so they can witness that moment. So it was like that generational change, and I feel that happening today. I'm a late Gen Xer, so when I was on the Obama campaign, I was like 27 years old, and I looked at Obama as that transformational president, and I wanted to be a part of that. Now I think the Gen Z and millennial generation is looking at Kamala Harris the same way, and it's a great sight to see.
That was an amazing story about the inauguration. And yeah, I'm Gen Z, and I look at Kamala Harris. I was only 6 when Obama was running the 2008 campaign, but I do imagine the energy we see now is similar. Do you think there are parallels since you worked on the campaign?
Yes, there are parallels because Obama and Harris both rose to power at a time where our country was at a crossroads, like I mentioned. When Obama came to power, we were in the midst of the Iraq war and the Afghanistan war, and then we had the Great Recession coming in. Kamala Harris is coming in at a time where democracy is on the line, and we believe that if Donald Trump gets elected, it could really affect our democracy and hurt not just my generation but your generation.
Yep.
And so that's what I see. One thing that Dr. King always talked about was a fierce urgency of now. And so now it's our time to make this happen. I feel like if we can win this election, we can save our democracy.
And how do you best communicate with Black Americans, maybe younger Black Americans, who are disillusioned with our institutions? How do you help them understand that still voting is a vehicle for change, even if our institutions aren't perfect? Because there's so many reasons to be disillusioned, especially if you're a Black American, but I still think voting is incredibly important.
It is very important. You know, as African American, I was the first generation that was able to get the recipients of the Civil Rights Movement. I was born in 1978, just 10 years after Dr. King's murder. And so when I was coming in the 80s and 90s up in New York, I was able to benefit from a lot of those policies they were able to push for. And so we have to continue to vote because if young people do not vote, especially young African Americans, we run the risk of going back. I don't think people realize that we're not that far removed from Jim Crow. Jim Crow just ended 60 years ago.
Oh yeah.
My mother-in-law is 69 years old. She was born in 1955. When she was born, she said that she remembers seeing places that still had colored signs for colored only signs. And so, you know, when you look at it in that perspective, you realize that you cannot afford not to vote, because if you don't vote, you don't have a voice. I know that's cliche, and I know that things seem like, oh, if I don't vote, the sun is still going to rise. The sun's still going to rise, but will you have your rights when the sun rises?
Things are cliche because they're true, because they're very true. Have you ever heard the Monopoly analogy, how white people have had a 200-year head start in America, and then we expect Black Americans to jump in the game late and be able to catch up? I go to MAGA rallies a lot, and I debate Trump supporters. I've had so many debates over wealth inequality in America and what the cause is, and none of them can connect the lines. Like 60 years ago is nothing. It's nothing. It's literally nothing.
It's nothing. You know, when you look back at that, if the North had lost the Civil War, the South would have extended slavery into South America. That they wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And what you said was so important that I remember reading that back in the 60s, Lyndon Johnson said, what good is it, for, how can I put it? He was saying that we cannot expect African Americans to be able to just come right in and move up the ladder when they've been disenfranchised for so long. And yes, African Americans have made great achievements. Like, look, we're nominating the first black woman president, but we still have a long way to go because we still have the remnants of what happened 60 years ago.
I absolutely agree, and that was well said. You made a point earlier about how the Obama administration had a lot of talent, and I think you are further proof of that. The talent pool that came out of the Obama administration is amazing. So, Douglas, where can people find you online?
So, on Instagram, you can find me at DAWilson78. On Twitter, now known as X, it's Wilson. It's at Wilson Alexander, and Facebook is just Douglas Alexander Wilson.
That was a great conversation. Thank you for having such a powerful voice.
Thank you very much.
And enjoy the convention.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Or what's left of it, at least.
I know, right? That's the new walls.
All right, let's see where can I put this.
And then Bree over there in the white, and then cool. And then, I don't know how many you want.
Cindy?
Cynthia.
Cynthia, sorry.
No, that works. Cynthia.
How are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Douglas was great. So I want to ask you, how have you enjoyed the convention so far?
It's been amazing. This is my second convention. My first was in 2012. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and so it was in my own hometown. So that was pretty hard to beat, but I think this might be very, very close, if not topping it.
So I'm from Chicago. Isn't it thrilling having the convention in your own hometown? It's so amazing. You can just go straight from your apartment to the convention. It's amazing.
Well, I was a delegate, so I stayed in the host hotel. I didn't even go home the entire week, and I lived like 15 minutes from there because there was so much activity. There was so much to do. As a delegate, our schedules were pretty darn full. This time I'm coming back as I actually presented at a workshop on Monday about rural activism. And so that's how I actually ended up coming, because I have my nonprofit does rural work and engagement for black and brown folks. So a lot of my time here is a little bit more work than just fun, because I'm trying to get those voices into this space, because most of them will never be somewhere like this.
Can you give me a synopsis on your work with rural Americans and how you're trying to mobilize them?
Well, awesome. So what we are doing is we do a lot of different programming, but our work, as we always say, begins and ends with listening. And so what we do is try to listen to them and then respond to their needs. We do that with focus groups. We've done surveys. We do lots of community events. And our signature programs are our beauty salon conversation series called Curls, Cultivating Unified Relationships with Ladies for Success. We love a good acronym. And then our signature male program is called FADE, Fruitful African American Discussions on Empowerment. And we have these conversations in physical barbershops and beauty salons, partnering with those business owners, and then really having dialogue with women, with men, and not, probably not the most conventional spaces, and have real honest conversations about jobs, economics, entrepreneurship. We talk about civics at the local level, and we just have those critical engagements, and we've seen people move to become voters, to getting registered to vote. We've seen people go from regular voters to actual elected officials. We've seen folks, go on boards and commissions after like 3 weeks in a barbershop. They didn't even know these were opportunities for them to help move their community. And within a month, they're on planning and zoning boards. It's just been amazing. We've had 2 organizations that were spurned from a barbershop conversation. So we're filling the gap of moving these rural folks to more active lives, and we're seeing the benefits come out for the community.
And you said something really powerful earlier, how you just listen to them. A lot of people just want to be heard. I go to MAGA rallies, and what we found out is that a lot of these people, they say wild stuff, but they just want somebody to listen to their beliefs. They're otherwise people. So can I ask you, remember the case a few years back where one of the courts in North Carolina said that they were targeting black voters almost surgical.
And obviously it came back.
It did.
When they had I think the gentleman was actually on record saying this. And then he said, I think there was 13 congressional districts there, and they drew it to be 10-3, so 10 definite Republican districts. And they said well, how did you decide on 10? He said, because we couldn't figure out how to get 13.
Yeah, and there's one of the courts in North Carolina said they were targeting black voters with surgical. Somehow flipped it into saying, "Oh, Democrats want no voter ID whatsoever." It's no, they're wrong. This new type doesn't have, or did it take away IDs that Black Americans put on? The case.
They did looked at the analysis, and a higher percentage of black voters did not have IDs.
Yeah.
Like those illegal, like from the North Carolina issued IDs.
Yeah.
And so they knew that putting in this law then would just out of the gate have fewer percentage of African Americans that have them. And so that would just take them out of the voting process altogether. And then making it also, how is it that they can get to those IDs? So transportation is an issue, particularly in these rural places. And so how do people get to that? That's another, just creating barriers. And nothing changed after this except the makeup of the North Carolina Supreme Court. In 2022, Republicans got a majority after the November election on the North Carolina Supreme Court. And they're like, well, let's take a look at this again. Nothing had changed except the makeup of the court. And then all of a sudden, this is not an issue. Previous North Carolina Supreme Courts said, yes, this is, discriminatory. It is going to hurt one particular group over another. And then miraculously, it didn't work. It didn't happen anymore. But the only thing that had changed was the makeup of the court.
That is exactly why I asked you. I was hoping you had a good understanding because I haven't read it in a few years, and you just articulated it perfectly, exactly how you. That was amazing. And I want to ask you. So instead of trying to win over black voters, Republicans decide to disenfranchise them. Can you can you explain what's at stake for black voters if Donald Trump gets back into office?
Oh, how long do I have?
Next 5 days it might take, but a quick overview of what is possibly at stake.
Well, I mean, I think, we've seen Project 2025.
Oh, yeah.
Right now there is an attack on DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And in their plan, they're basically looking to eliminate those things that are just designed to make up for the 100+ years of disadvantage that African Americans, Hispanic Americans, and even women. I think that's the thing. I think when people say DEI, they only think that by changing or dismantling those, they're hurting black voters. They're actually hurting, or black people in general. They're hurting women. Yep. They're hurting LGBTQ+ people. They're hurting disabled people. Those are all diverse populations. And so the dismantling of DEI, one of the things that President Biden and Vice President Harris did is they put offices of DEI in every agency. I think in the Project 2025, they say they're getting rid of that, on day one. They're removing that from all of these different agencies. What's also at stake for us is in Project 2025, they want to dismantle and disband the Department of Education.
Yep.
The majority of black and brown folks go to public schools. And if that agency is dismantled, that is going to hurt for generations. That's not going to be a short-term thing. The impact of not having that Department of Education that then steps in the gap and makes sure that there's a quality public education that's provided for every child, no matter your zip code.
And then also, to build on top of that, red states would probably stop teaching Black American history in many different ways, right? And do you remember, of course you remember this, but remember a few months back when Donald Trump was asked by Rachel Scott, I believe, what DEI means, and he was like, I know what it means, but you should tell me what it means. And he absolutely has no clue what DEI means, right?
Yeah, that wasn't a couple months ago, it was a month ago. Was right before the National NABJ.
Yeah, exactly.
National Association of Black Journalists. Yeah, so he just deflected because he doesn't understand what it is. So you think in a couple of decades, you can dismantle hundreds of years of oppression. And they're like, oh, we just want it to be fair for everyone. But it was unfair for hundreds of years. And after 1865, when the Civil War was done, and they abolished slavery, they immediately started doing Jim Crow laws.
Yep.
And then taking us backwards another 80 years. It was the 60s before all the Civil Rights Act, the Voting Rights Act got passed. And so, You can't dismantle and change something in a short period of time. And that's the point of it. It's not trying to say, oh, you're not, talented, you don't have the right education. It's saying, let's make the playing field equal. And that was a stake. I hope that Black voters, Hispanic voters, women understand what's going to happen to them with Project 2025. The ban on abortion, that's on this ballot. And that's going to hurt poor people. Folks still have the ability to travel to get an abortion. They'll have the ability to fly somewhere and get an abortion. If you are a poor rural person, you're going to be forced into, having a child you could be, from rape, it could be from incest, it could be from, your own decision because you can't economically sustain yourself. And now they're going to be forced, but then they're not going to add more money for, SNAP benefits.
Yep.
They're reducing, that's another thing that's at stake. They will be reducing SNAP benefits.
Yep.
The child tax credit that Biden and Harris implemented for 6 months. They gave people $300 to $400 per month per child for 6 months. The Republicans refuse to extend it. If Kamala Harris becomes president again and you get a different makeup of the Congress and hold the Senate, a program like that will be back. That was transformational and took kids out of poverty. So we've got to, people have to understand what's at stake. And I know it's hard when you're in economic distress. We talk to my organization, we knock on doors, Thursday to Sunday, and we've knocked on thousands of doors already so far into this election cycle. And folks are hurting. They're struggling. They're having trouble buying rent, paying for rent, buying groceries, and they feel like, what's in it for me? When you were getting those $300 per child, you were able to buy groceries, even with inflation being higher. So we're trying to stress what's at stake if you sit it out. And so hopefully, folks are more energized and they'll at least be open to listening and then go make action by November 5th.
Yep. Vote, vote, vote. Thank you so much for having such a powerful voice. Where can people find you?
So New World Project, we're on all of the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, YouTube, and newworldproject.org is our website.
Rural Project, you said, .org.
Yes.
Cool. And have a great convention. Enjoy the speech. We're good. No, you're good. You're good. Yeah, of course. We just had to move out of the way because they were doing a shoot right there. What's up? Oh, 50 memberships. Whoa, thank you so much. What name is that? Hush Pup, thank you so much for the donation. I'll check you in 1 second. What's up? How you doing?
I just want to shake your hand. I really like your content.
I appreciate that more than you know, man.
Yeah, can I get a quick interview?
Yeah, of course. We're live right now, but if you want an interview, let's do it.
You're on MTN?
I don't know if MTN's taking the now, but we're on my channel with like 5K. Yeah.
I feel privileged.
We're not on MTN. MTN's going live in an hour, but
I feel privileged.
Let's try. Let's do it.
So tell us who you are and what you do. What's your channel?
Yeah, so my name is Adam Mockler. I work for MeidasTouch, for one of the largest digital media companies, and my entire entry into the political sphere was because I go to Trump rallies. I debate them in a more respectful way than we've seen before. So I love what Trump is doing it for Comedy Central, so he tries to make it as funny as possible. I try to say, can we move these people over to our position? And I think we've had a little bit of success.
Yeah. Well, very revealing. Have you had any moments where people
with a really high-pitched voice, but I learned how to edit really quickly. I learned how to Photoshop, and when I turned 19 or 20, I said, I have all these skills in production.
Yeah.
Had when I first started making content was explosive. You want to make something explosive that nobody else can make. What Jordan Klepper did, and we made it our own. We went to rallies and debated him, and nobody really did it like that yet. So the uniqueness of our concept really helped launch it into the front page of YouTube or the front page of Twitter, and something unique and explosive. So if you think about it, there are probably millions of content creators right now vying for to be doing what separates you. That's what separates you. So I think quality and explosiveness and personality.
Well, my name is Nathan Ivey. I'm a content creator out of Cincinnati, and you were one of the people I wanted to meet. So
amazing, Nathan. What's your channel? Where do you make content on?
Well, I'm on YouTube, Nathan Ivey Show, IVEY. I'm on Facebook, Twitter. I stopped a few years ago, and this is sort of like my coming out party. I'm coming back now. Just want to meet people.
You live in Chicago?
I live in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay,
I'm from
interesting.
Cincinnati.
So you came out for the DNC.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
So shoot out one more time.
Nathan Ivey.
Nathan Ivey. IVEY. Go check out Nathan Ivey on social media.
Oh, man, thank you.
Hell yeah, of course.
I appreciate it.
And I hope you enjoy the convention.
I will. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, great to meet you. And we'll see you around. Okay. Yeah.
All right, that was good. Sam, how many?
I got a congressman for you for like in 5 minutes.
Yeah, but can we do it out here? Because the connection cuts out in that room.
I'll bring him out here. That'd be great. But he'll be like, it's Congressman Jimmy Gomez from LA. So I'll bring him out here. He's doing an interview, and then I'll bring him right out here.
Okay, cool. We'll be chilling here.
Text me if you have to go somewhere, but it's a congressman, so I thought you would want to interview.
Let's do it. We'll be chilling right here.
Interviewed any congressmen?
Yeah. We talked to Jamie Raskin. We talked to Moskowitz. We talked to a lot of cool people. Yesterday we talked to Stacey Abrams, which she's really amazing, right?
You'll love Jimmy. He's chill.
Okay, cool.
Do you need any other congresspersons? Is there anybody you want?
No, I'm good.
Thank you.
Is everything back yet? Now it works once he stops interviewing. Yeah, sorry, Lindella's trying to take our stream down. Connection looks better. Wait, did you guys miss that? Oh, if you guys missed that interview, it was so good. Was that a cutting out? Oh, damn. We had a really good interview with a man named Nathan Ivey. Look up Nathan Ivey on YouTube, IVEY. He's a content creator. We were talking about our experience at the DNC and making content. Sorry about the tech issues. We got them fixed now.
The server team is trying to
Cool. Live at the DNC. Oh, Pink was doing a sound check. Oh, wow. Pearl Mania might have got an interview with VP Harris. Let me see if this is true. How's everybody feeling today? I think we fixed the issue, guys. Is everything better now? We've got a congressman coming here in a few minutes. Taylor Swift plane? Is this true? Is this true? The Taylor Swift plane? Let me look this up on Twitter. That means Aaron Parnas owes me $10. Rumors are circulating that okay, rumors. Let's see. Taylor Swift plane. I need a link. I need a source. Excited for tonight? Hell yeah. Proud of you. Thank you. Thank you guys. I'm proud of you guys for being here with me. It's been great. It is Taylor? I don't think it's... Yeah. Oh no, he's going down the hole. Yeah, I barely have time to... The plane is speculation. Okay. I assumed it was all speculation. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to put an end to it right now. I don't think it's Taylor Swift. I honestly don't even know if it'll be Beyonce. That just seems like a dream to me. Like, it seems like a pie in the sky. Like, oh, that'd be so cool if Beyonce performed. I don't know if it's actually going to happen. But if it does, then I'm out $10. It's no biggie. It's not going to be Taylor. Let me check chat. How's everybody doing? Noah's going to be here soon. Once Noah's here, let me read through some of these super chats. Eve Adams, thank you so much. Go Adam, you and your on-site team are killing it at the DNC. Thank you guys so much. The fact that you guys think we're killing it, think that we're killing it means more than you know to me. Cameraman Nate and I were stressed. We met Bodyguard Ben on the first day, and we built a really good chemistry over the past few days. Thank you so much, Hush Pup. That means more than you know. Hush Pup, incredibly helpful. Greg Balson, I'm glad you enjoy the content. Hush Pup is now a deep state soldier. Glad to see the best interviewer at the DNC, class act. I appreciate that. We do have a unique style. There are other... Caitlin Collins is here. We saw she's a really, really good interview, but I think our style is very unique and personable. How you doing? We have a really, personable is the word. When we're talking to somebody, I feel like we're able to connect with them really easily. And it's only gotten easier over the past few days. Bruno Mars... Taylor is apolitical? Not exactly. Taylor Swift did endorse President Biden last election cycle. Get the fact checker again? Yeah, we're live.
Person Adam Parkamenko.
Oh, you want? Yeah, Adam and Ali. I follow you guys. Do you guys want to chat with us on MeidasTouch? Do you guys want to chat on MeidasTouch really quickly? Let's do it. Introduce yourself to the stream really quickly.
Hey, Adam Parkamenko and
Ali Samarco.
What brings you guys out to the DNC?
To be honest, we're here for you.
For me? Just for me?
Yeah, we saw Mondays live. You were
Twitter for... I'm always liking and retweeting it. Who's been your favorite speaker so far?
Also, all of us who are already fathers, what type of fathers we need to be at the end of the day, and future fathers.
That made me tear up. Mega's reaction to that was wild, though, right?
Super weird. They're calling him weird, like as if it's bad to have a good relationship with your children. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's just the norm for them, so they don't understand it. But I sweet moment, and it's.
They expose themselves as weird while calling us weird by showing that they don't know emotion, they don't know love, they don't know what it's like to love your son or love your father. So, how do you guys feel about the momentum shift ever since VP Harris dropped out of the race? Or sorry, how do you guys feel about the momentum shift ever since Biden dropped out of the race and VP Harris took over that mantle?
I mean, I think it's historic. It's something that we've never seen before in any campaign. I mean, there's one similar where someone decided to not run for president again as was approaching the calendar, but 5 weeks, almost $500 million raised, and something real happening throughout the country where this is a campaign where good ideas are going to live as opposed to die, and just doing their own thing. They're not waiting for permission to do stuff, and that's when campaigns, are about addition, not subtraction.
And can I ask you, because you can speak to this better than Adam and I can, what is at stake for women in America if Donald Trump gets back in office?
It's indescribable how much is at stake, and the fact that Kamala Harris is a woman is not... We're not voting for her because she's a woman. She just happens to be the most qualified person who happens to be a woman. And I think that she is going to protect the rights of women all over. And obviously Donald Trump is not. We know that. He overturned Roe v. Wade, and he's very proud of that. So there's no choice here. If you're women, you're voting for Kamala Harris. And you're voting for her because she's an ally to women in the way that Donald Trump, even other women are.
amazing answer. Did you
I'm saying similar to 2016 where Hillary was most qualified, right?
Yep.
She also happened to be a woman. What's really interesting about this, and it's not something that I think a lot of people are saying, but Hillary got the most votes. Donald Trump was convicted on 34 counts of interfering in that election. With that said, if we make history this year, not only have we elected the most qualified person and right person for this moment, who happens to be a woman, but a black woman will have taken that office before any other woman or woman of color, and that's pretty historic.
Very, very well said. This has been Adam and Allie. Where can people find you? I'm sure they know you, but...
MeidasTouch, Twitter, wherever.
Yeah.
Comments on your videos.
Yeah, Adam Parkamenko.
Yeah, and Allie Samarco, Allie_Samarco on Twitter, not calling it X, or Allie Samarco on TikTok.
It was really nice meeting you guys, and we should chat again soon.
Yeah, nice
Here,
to meet
take
you.
my card so you have my number.
I was actually thinking, you said that at the end, you meant here. I was like, we're going to be wherever you are.
Feel free to text me, man.
Yeah, love your stuff.
Thank you. It was great meeting you guys. Amazing people. Who in chat knows Adam and Allie? We're working on solving the glitching right now. We're thinking it's the HDMI cable plugged in, maybe. So we're trying to fix it. On stream it looks decent. Glitching subsided. Yeah, maybe we need to move, or maybe now that the convention center is filling up, it's getting It doesn't look like it's glitching anymore, no. It only glitches during interviews. Today, but she had a hit with CNN. Is feed better, y'all? I appreciate you guys for staying here with us during that feed. We're back to oh no, connection lost. It only glitches during interviews. Maybe we should move from this hallway. I'm gonna call Michael and tell him that. Hey, our stream dropped where we were, so we had to move. About 20 feet to the right from where we just were. All right, we'll be waiting over here. How you doing? You want to chat on stream in a bit? We're live. You want to chat on stream in a little bit? We're live.
I really am trying.
We're fixing it right now, guys. When we're not interviewing, the stream is perfect. Yeah, it's funny that how it works like that.
I don't think it's funny that you cut out, as you were saying, it only happens when you interview.
Oh my lord. It only happens when I interview. Love MTN? Hell yeah. We've already been live for 2 hours? Let's go. What do you guys think about us doing the longest stream yet out of the past 4 days? So on day 1, we had a, let's say, 4-hour stream. On day 2, it was 3 hours. On day 3, it was 3 hours. What if we do a 6-hour stream today? Thoughts, everybody? Would you guys stay for 6 hours? Or at least revisit throughout the day? I don't expect you guys to spend 6 hours doing this, but you're my favorite. Thank you. We're getting Tara Dublin soon, and a congressman. Yes, please. Yes, longest stream of the day. Okay.
It looks good.
It looks good. Okay, so the stream looks better now. So my rationale behind doing the longest stream of the day so far, can someone do lighting too? Or I think right here the lighting's really bad.
Yeah, we're waiting up the stream.
So why I want to do the most explosive and longest stream today is because the DNC won't happen for a few more years, and it won't happen in Chicago for decades. I don't know when it'll happen again in Chicago, but I can see it being 20 years until it happens in my home city. You'll stay? You'll stay? What if the guest is Trump? Good one. Who is the special mystery guest? Maybe we should go ask people that. Who's the special mystery guest? Who is the special guest? We don't know. Tommy Hilfiger, show with the spamming though.
You want to give a quick recap of the last 3 days so people know?
So here's a quick recap for the past 3 days for everybody that's just dropping in stream. If you guys have missed some of the past 3 days, you have missed some of the most explosive DNC coverage there is. So on day one, we got here and we got our bearings. Right when we walked in the United Center, we went live, we walked around, we explored, we learned where we can go, where we can't. Right away, we went upstairs to the 3rd floor and we talked with Pondering Politics, Josiah, and we did a little bit of a panel. It was fun. On day 2, if I remember correctly, day 2 was also a lot of fun. Both Obamas spoke on day 2. They were beautiful speeches. We got some really, really high quality interviews that day, but day 3 is where things really hit the fan. If you guys were here yesterday, I think we had 6,000 live viewers while we were debating Mike Lindell.
Hey.
Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Doing well. We are live for MeidasTouch right now. Can you introduce yourself to the people watching?
Oh, MeidasTouch. Jimmy Gomez, Los Angeles, 34th Congressional District.
And Jimmy, what brings you out to the DNC?
Well, first, I'm here as a delegate to make sure that Kamala Harris not only gets the nomination, which she did, and also win, and then also just be part of history. This is a great place to be. See people from all over the country that are, I would say, just fired up and really ready to get to work.
Are you enjoying Chicago so far? Because it's my home city.
Oh, it's your home city? I love it.
It's so nice.
My wife actually worked for Obama in his first race, so we got to live here, really got to enjoy the city, but it gets really cold, so I'm glad it's not in the middle of winter.
Have you seen the skyline at night? It's so beautiful.
Oh, it's beautiful, and I'm one of the things, we're going to stay an extra day, I'm going to go and take a tour of the architecture tour, because it is a beautiful city.
That'll be great. Let me know if you see the bean, and you are so right about it getting freakishly cold during the winter. It's bad.
Oh, I thought winter ended like in March. You guys have winter all the way through April. So
it gets cold in Chicago.
Yeah.
I think it's the lake effect partially. But so let's talk some politics.
Okay,
what issues are most important to you when you think about the upcoming election?
Well, a few things. One is affordability and how do we help families that are struggling. That's one of the top issues that people talk about. Housing. How to reduce the cost of housing. I think Kamala laid out a great plan of building a lot more units, including affordable housing units, but also starter homes for millions of families.
Yep.
You know, young people, they want to buy a house. They want to be part of the American dream. They want to have a secure future. But nobody feels because they're paying like 50% of their income towards rent right now, that they can't even save the money to buy that. So I'm actually working, and I will be introducing her bill to incentivize builders to build 1,200 square foot starter homes to get people in the door, and also the down payment assistance for first time home buyers. She wants $25,000. I'm going to go for $50,000 for first time home buyers.
That is amazing. And increasing the supply of housing while also creating these incentives is exactly how we decrease the pricing. Why don't we do this more often? Why is housing such a hard thing to get passed? I'm asking genuinely because I don't know.
Oh, no. So when I got to Congress a few years ago, and even in the last 4 years, people weren't talking about housing because it really, the blue states and the blue cities felt it first. And I'll talk to people about housing. Everybody said, oh, my state's fine. My state's fine. Now, I asked a Republican, what's your number one issue? He's from Nebraska. He said housing. I asked my roommate, Darren Soto, who never focused on housing, all of a sudden said the number one issue in the new term housing. So everybody's talking about it, and that creates a perfect opportunity. I created the first ever Renters Caucus to not only fight for renters, but also build more housing. And we're up to almost 40 members of Congress saying, yeah, this is a problem. So it's now impacting so many people that even the economists are saying that the amount people pay towards rent is dragging down the growth, the aggregate is dragging down the growth of our gross domestic product. Think about that. You're paying so much towards rent, you don't have money for anything else. Buy a new car, save up for a new business, like anything. So housing is part of it. Childcare is also now average 26% of a family's income. That's what they're like. So people are like, how the hell am I going to live when two things cost 60%, 70% of our family's income? And that's what. And I know Kamala. She's going to talk about that tonight. She's going to talk about those plans and what people are feeling.
You've got some great economic insights. So I want to ask you. People often have the instincts, not us obviously, but many people think Republicans are better on the economy when that is obviously demonstrably false. Can you make the case for VP Harris being better for affordability? Because if we walk up to a random person in the street out there and we ask them if prices went up because of President Biden, I think they would say yes. They wouldn't fully understand that it was out of his control. So can you make the case for VP Harris being better for affordability?
Well, when Donald Trump had an opportunity, which he did, to pass the tax cut, he made the tax cuts for individuals with an expiration date. They're expiring next year. What did he do for corporations? Gave them a $1 trillion tax cut that not only it's not expiring, it's permanent.
Yeah, permanent.
It's permanent. So who does he value? Does he value corporations or individuals? He values corporations, and they're never going to change. Why? He lowered it from like 30-something% to 21%, and what did he say he's going to do if he gets elected? Lower it again to 20%. We're going to make sure that not only do corporations pay their fair share, but we're going to take that money and put it into housing, put it into childcare, put it into education. We're going to actually be better, and that's going to grow the economy. Like, economists talk about it over and over and over again. If the American people are struggling to get by, not just a few, not in just one state, but across the country, our country cannot grow. And that you're going to see, and Bill Clinton said it the best, if you see how many jobs we created compared to them, they only created 1 million jobs since 1989. It's kind of embarrassing.
It is insane.
Yeah, so we are better for the economy, and but also we're going to make sure that the people in the middle feel those policies. It's not only the working class we're going to lift up, but the people who have a house but feel like they're still struggling. Those are the people we need to bring back to the tent, inside the tent.
Amazing answer. And I have one final question. What do you think about the idea that minorities in America are actually rather socially conservative, but the Republican Party is so racist and they can't hide it that it pushes them away? So, for example, I have friends who we talk about politics, and they're actually socially conservative, but they understand the Republican Party. So, do you think that's a true theory right there?
So, people are social security, like Latinos. There are a lot of Catholics, like my mom, but their positions kind of change on some issues. But they also believe in a government that helps the working class, and at the same time, it's like they believe, hey, leave my family alone. Don't leave my family alone is part of like the ethos of Latinos. Like we can have arguments within the family, but nobody should come and pick on them.
Like mind your own damn business, as Tim Walz said.
Exactly, mind your own damn business. And that's where you see this big difference. We talk to them about, hey, government's not going to tell you what to do, but we're also going to give you the freedom to be able to get your kids to buy a house, to go to college, to start a small business. That's what they want to hear. I tell people my mom was more excited that I got a house when I was about 38. She never thought I was going to buy anything. Then when I graduated from college. Now she's more happy that I have a grandkid. She has another grandkid than the house. But
and you're a successful politician.
A politician. She kind of still doesn't get it. She's like, weird. But no, she goes, what do you do? What do you do? No, she gets it.
Boring stuff.
Yeah, boring stuff. But it is this thing. They are conservative in some respects, but it's mind your own damn business, right? They don't like Republicans attacking immigrants for wanting to give their family a better life, right? That they don't work hard. That's like the biggest insult.
Yeah.
What, you're saying that Latinos don't work hard?
But they also take everyone's jobs?
Exactly. So that's something that for them they don't get, and but Republicans can't get out of their own way on that part.
Exactly. That was a great answer, and that maps on to some of my experiences talking to people on the field as a journalist. So thank you so much for chatting with us. Where can people find you? Where can the Meidas Mighty find you?
Jimmy Gomez, CA. I live in Los Angeles. We're fighting the good fight on a lot of these issues. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm also on Facebook.
Jimmy Gomez, CA. Make sure you get out and vote, and have a great rest of the convention.
Thank you.
Great chatting with you, Jimmy.
All right.
How's everything doing? Sorry, we were in the middle of an interview.
No. Who was that guy?
Jimmy Gomez, a representative from California.
Okay.
Really cool guy.
Hi, what are we doing?
People were requesting you in chat. Chat is about to be very excited when you walk on screen. Tara, can you introduce yourself to everybody?
Hi, I'm Tara Dublin, and my Twitter is Tara Dublin Rocks, and I write for HillReporter.com. Not The Hill is trash. I write for HillReporter.com, and I also have my own Substack, and I also wrote a book called The Sound of Settling, a rock and roll love story inspired by Dave Grohl. You can get it at TaraDublinRocks.com.
So we walked up on you owning Mike Lindell yesterday. I mean, he's so easy to own. You just have to look his way, and he just freaks the hell out on you. So you were saying, I'm not going to give you any of my money. Why would I buy your pillows? What did you think about his appearance at the convention?
First of all, I want to know why he's here at all.
Yeah.
Right, because he doesn't belong here. He wasn't welcome. And Jamie Harrison tweeted about him being here and yelling at a child, and he was like, don't come. We didn't want you. You're not here. They come here to mess with us. They think that they can distract us with everything every goalpost move, every way to slam somebody, every stupid nickname, every dumb talking point. We're not going to get distracted. It's like a bully sitting behind you in math class just kind of flicking at you. You don't turn around. You don't give them the energy. But if you do, you laugh at them because bullies hate to be laughed at.
He is a cry bully. That's what they call him.
Cry bully. That's perfect.
So he goes around and he's like an asshole to people. He's mean. Right. But then right when you push back a little bit, he's like, why are you attacking me? Why is everybody attacking me?
Shithouse insane is the problem.
Yeah.
And the other thing, he just thinks that he can just, bulldoze his way through here, and everyone's be like, great, we're really happy that you're here. Considering what he's been trying to do, he belongs in prison with Trump and everybody else.
I don't mean to sound insensitive, but I do think the drug use may have taken a toll on his brain.
I don't think that's insensitive. I think that's probably accurate.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, he blocked me on Twitter, insta-blocked me years ago, and I'm still blocked. He said he was back, but I wouldn't know, and I don't care. Every single member of the Republican Party who blocks me on Twitter is a coward.
Yeah.
They're a giant baby.
They need a safe space. They're snowflakes.
They need a safe space, and they're scared. And the thing is, that's what the biggest thing is. They're scared of our energy. They're scared of our unity. They're scared of our joy because they can't match it. And they can't feel the same sense of joy and the same sense of pride that we feel in our candidates because their candidate is being sentenced in 4 weeks.
Yep.
If they don't delay. Don't delay, Judge. Do not delay. He won't recuse and he won't delay. He did the same crimes as Michael Cohen, and Michael Cohen went to prison.
Yep.
I don't know if Donald Trump is ever going to go to prison, but there needs to be some sort of accountability because when you commit a crime in the United States of America, you are supposed to pay the price for it.
Absolutely.
And so the ultimate price is us showing up in November and blowing them out of the water. It cannot be close. It has to be in the hundreds of thousands. We have to win by so many votes, they can't even try to steal it, and we already know that they're going to. So the fact that we know about it is the information and the knowledge is power. So the louder we are, remember the hashtag louder than MAGA, louder than MAGA, because those bullies want to be louder than us, and those bullies want the media to believe that they're winning. They are not winning. We're winning. It's the good guys versus the bad guys, and the good guys are going to win.
Amazing.
You have to believe that because it's true. We have all of the goodness on our side. We have the truth, and we have all of the greatest people here. Do you think that Oprah would show up for just anybody? And then the other thing is how many Republicans are here? How many Republicans are standing up and saying you can be a Republican and still vote for Kamala Harris because it doesn't make you a Democrat, it makes you a patriot. If you are capable of choosing your country over your party, that's patriotism. It's not wearing a red hat. It's not bullying people. It is showing up and voting your conscience, but also voting for your future. If you have a daughter, a sister, a mother, an auntie, a grandmother, any woman in your life, you're voting for her this November. You are voting for our future. You are voting for little girls to grow up with bodily autonomy. Imagine that. You were growing up for freedom. You're voting for freedom, which is what we've been enjoying all along. And they want to take that from us because they cannot stand what we do when we're united under this beautiful Constitution that we have and that we want to uphold and that they want to destroy. I have never felt more patriotic in my life than I have this week, and I have never been more proud to be a Democrat than I have been this week. Every single person that I have met is filled with joy. They are super excited. Everyone wants to meet everybody. Everybody wants to hang out and be buddies. And the enthusiasm, and if we could harness the energy that we make in that room, we could power the planet for centuries. It's all about goodness. And I really, really wish those hateful people would just take a step back and go, truly, it's like Kamala says, what kind of country do you want to live in? Do you want to live in a country where you're fighting all the time, where you're living with a knot on your stomach because you don't know where what's going to happen the next day? Or would you like to go back to the times where we could just chill and enjoy life and get up every day and not worry, and that the biggest thing, hey kids in the chat, I love you.
They're all dropping the hearts.
But do you all remember how we felt during the Obama years and we just took for granted how good we had it? I would love to be able to take my president for granted, knowing that she is doing the job that she was elected to do, and I can put my head on a pillow every night and not worry that she is out there trying to take away my rights because she is fighting for them. So, and that's what it comes down to. Who do you want in the White House? Someone who represents you or someone who represents the end of democracy? Because that's what we're looking at. We are truly looking at the end of the American experiment if we don't uphold it.
The experiment of democracy across the globe. I mean, Ukraine would fall. He would embolden Xi Jinping.
That's right. And everybody needs to remember that when the American economy is thriving, the global economy is thriving. The Biden-Harris administration lifted us out of a pandemic depression and grew our economy so well that we lifted other world economies. That is what America does. America leads, and everybody else follows our standards. So what we need to do is lead with greatness. We have already made America great. He is trying to destroy everything we are. And I will remind you that Donald Trump blocked me on Twitter in 2015 and has never unblocked me. That is the sign of a coward. A strong man doesn't hide from a strong woman. And bullies will never win. Happy people don't bully. People who are content with their lives don't bully. Miserable people like them want to make everybody else around them miserable, and we're not going to let them. Our joy is going to knock out all of their sad. They are just sad. And every day they get sadder because they see how much joy we are creating every single day. And wait until you see who the special guest is tonight. You're all going to
Wait, do you know who it is? Can you whisper in my ear? Very quietly.
I cannot say. Maybe it rhymes with I cannot say. I did not say.
I get what you're saying. Okay.
I did not say her name. Say her name. I did not say her name.
Oh, I'm out $10. I made a bet with someone earlier.
I don't know that for a fact. I keep hearing it. I want to believe it. If it was Beyonce and Taylor Swift, because I'm a Swiftie over 50.
That's like you're like dreaming right there.
My head would explode 100,000 times. You know, I was on the floor last night, and it was such a blessing to be able to be down there and just feel all of that energy and be this kind of witness to history. And I'm so grateful to Jamie Harrison. I was invited by Jamie, and I found out last Friday that I was coming, and I live in Portland, Oregon.
Wow.
And so when the chairman of the DNC slides into your DMs and says, I got you a pass, you don't say, well, thank you, but you get your ass to Chicago,
and now you're here
you show up.
Now you're here on MeidasTouch.
Now I'm here on Meidas.
Where can people find you, Tara?
Please follow me on Twitter at Tara Dublin Rocks. Also TikTok, Tara Dublin Rocks. Instagram and Threads is Tara Dublin Rocks 1. And you can also sign up for my Substack at Tara Dublin.
Tara Dublin Rocks on all social media, it sounds like. Thank you so much. We'll do it again.
Friend.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Feel free to DM me.
Thank you.
Cool. Let's keep it going. Let's go this way. Okay, cool. We can pop in the Crater Lounge, yeah. We really quickly have to switch the battery on the microphones. It'll take 30 seconds, literally 30 seconds. Yeah. Let's just stop right here.
Still this table real quick.
Yeah.
Can't even get in the lounge. That's not
I'm glad the video is better, guys. It is. Sorry about that. We're good. We are now at 5K watching. Let's go. She was great. Tara is great. Make sure you go check her out on social media. Also, I really liked the congressman before. He was awesome. Sorry, we're just hot swapping the battery. We're back. Let's go. What's up?
We'll stay live. We're swapping one more. Oh, yeah?
We're back, guys. Or we should be back any second. We just had to swap the battery really quickly. Ben's talking about me. Awesome. What's up, Ben? Tara Dublin is amazing. Tara Dublin was very charismatic, very ecstatic to be here. She was invited by Jamie Harrison, which is really, really cool. But we're currently on the ground at the DNC, and it is such a good vibe. The last day, you can see that everybody's excited to see VP Harris speak. We did one interview, and before the interview, the hallways were empty. You guys probably saw it on the stream, and now the hallways are completely crowded. That was powerful. Yeah, the battery swaps are usually quick. Oh yeah, we're back. We're here. We've already been live for 2.5 hours. We good on battery? Let's keep rolling. We've already bagged some really, really good interviews. How you doing? Talking to some great people. I wonder if we can find Jasmine Crockett, because she was right next to us yesterday, but at the last second she had to go do a hit for CNN. Oh, there's Mayor Pete right there. Mayor Pete being protected by bodyguards.
Surrounded by security.
Yeah, surrounded by security. That was cool. Mayor Pete appearance. We could have tried to snag the interview, but they were like running through the hallway. No point in trying. But there you guys go. Mayor Pete spotting. But yeah, this is amazing. The energy is slowly building.
Let's hold here and take live on MTA.
Okay, cool. Maybe with this in the background?
Not in the background.
Okay, cool. Can you hold something up when we're good? Pete! You guys saw Pete. Mayor Pete just walked past. Does the audio sound okay? Someone's saying the audio is delayed? Is the audio delayed at all or no? Is it good? Mayor Pete, it's really cool seeing him. Oh, it's saying audio is ahead of video somehow. Wait, let me adjust on the stream. Hold 1 second while we adjust stream. Cool. We're going to hold here for a few minutes. Slight delay. We're fixing it right now. It should be good in 1 second. The interesting thing is, I think we've learned a lot over the past few days about not only the technical issues, but how to maneuver them. If you go back and watch our first stream, it was a night and day difference. Nate, just hold up your phone when Salty texts you. Okay, audio's good now. When Salty texts you, hold up your phone at me and I'll know. So we passed Pete Buttigieg, we've seen Stacey Abrams, Jasmine Crockett, Jamie Raskin. It's so sick meeting people in real life that you've been watching online for a while. All of these politicians, all of these creators that I've been looking up to forever, people that were the main reason I got in the game. What is up? The energy on the ground at the 2024 DNC is absolutely amazing. The energy is contagious, actually. And I hope that you guys at home have been experiencing what I've been experiencing, having a good time. Do you guys think you've gotten a unique experience on the ground at the DNC? That's all that I wanted to do, was provide you with that. Somebody I really look up to is Hunter S. Thompson. He's a journalist who wrote Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, and he was at the Chicago DNC in 1968. He was covering it, and he gave his on-the-ground experience. And in 1968, there were massive protests outside. The Democratic nominee, Lyndon B. Johnson, had just dropped out a few months prior, and there are a lot of parallels. And as we were heading into it, I was thinking, we need to provide that on-the-ground, exciting, explosive experience that Hunter S. Thompson provided, and I think we've done a decent job at that. Anyone in chat know Hunter S. Thompson? Can I get some people in chat? Anybody? There's got to be a lot of people, right? Let me open chat real quick. Who has been the favorite interviewee, guys? I'd say my favorite was maybe Uncle E. Gonzo journalism. It is Gonzo. I honestly think this might be the closest to modern day Gonzo journalism. I'm not trying to hype up the stream too much, but we are doing that on the ground Gonzo journalist stuff. Of course. Classic writers, of course. Oh yeah, Fear and Loathing is great. We were going to do a thing called Fear and Loathing at the DNC, but the title didn't really make sense when you think about it more because there's no fear here. It's all hope. It's all cheer. What is up, Midas Mighty? We are live on the floor of the Democratic National Convention in Chicago. The energy on the ground is contagious. We have politicians walking past. We just saw Mayor Pete surrounded by security. Jasmine Crockett is here today. Everything is amazing. VP Harris is slated to speak. We have a stacked lineup today. People like Adam Kinzinger, people like VP Harris, people like Representative Maxwell Frost, and you guys are going to get premium coverage on MeidasTouch, coverage that you won't get anywhere else. Not only do we have me on the ground walking around, talking to politicians, talking to surrogates. We have the Mycelis brothers, we have Salty and Jeremy covering the convention itself to bring you some of the most cohesive coverage out of any other news network. And the reason why this has all been so successful is because of you guys. You guys have helped us prove this concept, not only to the DNC, but to ourselves. So we can do this, we can make it work, and I really think we have taken it to the next level with what we've been doing. So I want to give you guys a quick walk around the DNC. Let's see what's going on. It's really, really packed, and it's only getting more packed as VP Harris's speech gets closer. And if you guys spot anyone that we walk past, let us know in chat, because we can't spot everybody. But being here is amazing, and I really hope that we've given you a unique experience that you really wouldn't get anywhere else. A second ago, Mayor Pete walked past completely surrounded by security guards, an impenetrable wall around him. We decided it's not even worth asking because they were sprinting somewhere or another. But yesterday, we interviewed Mike Lindell and 12-year-old Noah, who we will talk to in a bit. Noah will make an appearance on the stream. We've already coordinated it. 12-year-old Noah absolutely ran through Mike Lindell, and it was hilarious. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Jamie Harrison even tweeted about it. Jamie Harrison tweeted about Noah rolling through Mike Lindell. It was beautiful. What does it tell you guys when one Republican shows up to the DNC? One Republican comes, and he is not, sorry about that. One Republican comes, and he yells at a little kid.
I'm not like moving my phone.
Republicans are incapable of being normal human beings for just a few hours. Just be chill for a few hours, Mike Lindell. That's all it took. Let's go see if we can snag some interviews with some people as we walk around the Democratic National Convention, the fourth and final day. And I think I'm going to be a little bit sad when it's over, but I hope that the momentum that's been created on the ground here can ride through Election Day. Because no matter how excited you guys are, I just want to say, make sure you are registered to vote. Make sure your friends and family have a plan to vote. They have a ride to the polling station on November 5th. Vote.org. I want to make sure that we are all mobilizing in the most efficient way because the Meidas Mighty are powerful, and we can be extra powerful at the polls. An amazing vibe here at the 2024 Democratic National Convention. Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
You want to talk to us? We're on live stream real quick. Sure, what's your name?
My name is Abel Hymas. I'm
Abel?
from Fredericksburg, Texas.
What brings you to the DNC this year?
What brings me to the DNC? Joy, excitement, energy.
Yeah?
All of the above.
You're a big Kamala stan?
I wasn't at first, I'll be honest.
Okay.
But I've definitely come around. And I think a lot of it is just having a new face on the ticket was a big part of it.
You know, it's fine because I think it's fair to say that VP Harris has grown a lot over the past 4 years. I was looking at some of her debates from 2020 as we're heading into this debate, and I think she's really become more polished and more experienced, and I'm sure you build confidence and charisma as you interact with world leaders. I want to ask, how old are you?
I'm 23.
23, so you're Gen Z, just like me. I want to ask a fellow Gen Z person that's involved in politics, what issues are most important to you as we head into this high-stakes election?
For me, the number one issue is healthcare.
Yep.
As someone who has never been insured his entire life, healthcare is the one thing that, I could walk into a hospital and get bankrupted the next day and wouldn't be able to afford anything else. So healthcare is, for me, the number one priority.
And it's almost embarrassing that America is one of the richest countries in the world, and we absolutely screw over our citizens. It actually embarrasses me because we should make sure everybody's okay. How do you...
I crossed the border into Mexico to get healthcare. It's about a 4-hour drive, but it's much cheaper than anything I could get here in the States.
Yeah, that's how I feel. If my eyes are really bad, so if I ever need surgery or anything, I don't know if I'm going to do it here. What do you think we can do to convince other Gen Z people or other people our age that voting is worth it? Because I have a lot of friends who are just disillusioned with the institutions, but they're important for our country to exist.
I think a lot of it is just getting involved. A lot of it is just seeing that, hey, my friends are out there, my family are out there doing the good fight, doing the good work. And a lot of the times they just look at what's going on in the media, and I tell people you just gotta keep it local. If your friends and family are out there in the field, then that's all that matters.
I just want to point out, so I've been to a lot of MAGA rallies, maybe over 20, and we interview the Trump supporters. There is a huge difference between the average Trump supporter. When I ask them, what do you care about? They're always like, immigrants, get them all out, get all the immigrants out. I ask people at this convention, and you say healthcare. Other people say abortion. We had an answer earlier. Somebody said equality. So what's the difference between the party that wants to kick everybody out, make it a white-centric country, and just be overall exclusionary versus the country that's inclusive and wants healthcare and wants to make sure, it's awesome to hear that other young people are involved in politics. And where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram or on any socials with Abel with a Table.
Abel with a Table. Nice chatting with you. Enjoy
you so
VP Harris' speech tonight, man.
Thank you.
Great guy. It's always nice seeing young people involved in politics. Healthcare. I think that's the first time we've gotten the healthcare answer. A lot of people say abortion. A lot of people say democracy broadly, but healthcare is a really good answer. Because we know what's at stake. I have family members with pre-existing conditions that would not have healthcare without the Affordable Care Act. And honestly, God bless John McCain. 1 second. Are you guys down? Excuse me, David? Okay. Maybe. Later on, we will be getting a really cool interview with you guys. Or for you guys. Looping back around to the blue carpet on the last day of the Democratic National Convention. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss the vibe here. I'm going to miss hanging out with other influencers, other creators. The crowd is growing on the floor out here, guys. A few hours ago, the crowd was not this massive. There's the blue carpet setting up. Oh, my bad. Let's head over here. Let's plant our feet. How is everybody doing today? How are you guys feeling heading into VP Harris's speech? I think she's going to kill it tonight. I think she's going to do great. And by the way, we might be dropping an Mockler emoji once we reach 500 memberships on the Meidas feed.
So sorry.
No, you're good. But have you guys appreciated the coverage so far of the Democratic National Convention that MeidasTouch has provided? Because we have tried. We have all been working our butts off to provide you exclusive content that you won't get anywhere else. And I just want to say, it's only possible because of you guys. Your guys' support, it's grassroots. It helps us every single day. Yeah, new announcement. We're dropping an Adam Mockler emoji once we reach 500 memberships on the MeidasTouch feed. One more time, the Adam Mockler emoji is dropping. The Adam Mockler emoji is dropping once we reach 500 memberships. When can we do that? Can we do that today? We'll see. This has been an amazing experience at the DNC, and I'm glad that we've been able to provide it for you guys. I'm glad that we've been able to give you guys the on-the-ground experience. It's been a lot of fun. Right now we have politicians walking past, mostly surrounded by bodyguards, so it would be incredibly hard to break through the wall of bodyguards to get an interview. But yeah, earlier we passed Maxwell Frost, we passed David Hogg. We're going to talk to all of these people throughout the day, a bunch of Gen Z stars. We also have Jasmine Crockett, who maybe we'll chat with. We don't know. Yesterday we were this close, but we got Stacey Abrams. If you guys missed the Stacey Abrams interview, it'll be going up on Adam Mockler later today. The Stacey Abrams interview was absolutely amazing. But I want to read you guys the list of people that are speaking tonight. I have a full cohesive list, minus the one slot that apparently is going to be a celebrity that is unnamed. But here's a list of people for the final nights. Senator Alex Padilla, Senator Bob Casey, Senator Tammy Baldwin. Those are the first few. Senator Elizabeth Warren, let's go. Mark Kelly, Gretchen Whitmer is amazing. Governor Roy Cooper, Representative Catherine Clark, Representative Adam Kinzinger, Maxwell Frost, Representative Colin Allred, and Representative Ruben Gallego. Finally, Gabby Giffords, and then we end off the convention with VP Harris giving the most explosive, energetic speech of the week, I hope. I don't know how she'll top Michelle Obama's speech or how she'll top the speech of even Obama himself gave an amazing speech, but I have full faith that VP Harris will land this speech and that will give us enough momentum to coast into Election Day and win the 2024 election. Now, over the past few weeks, we've seen a massive momentum swap. After President Biden dropped out and VP Harris took the mantle, the momentum shift has been crazy because about a month ago, or a month and a half ago, the RNC happened, and they were excited at the RNC. The assassination attempt that just occurred, and they were incredibly energetic, but now they are fully depressed while we are here, maybe about to hear Beyonce. I don't know. I don't want to get your guys' hopes up. There are so many rumors about who could possibly be performing. I've heard people try to mess with my mind and tell me people that won't be here. Yo, let's talk real quick.
Oh my God, I got
the youngest delegate. One of the youngest. We'll say you're the youngest, just because it's fun. 17-year-old Ben. How have you been doing today?
It's been really fun. I've been walking around talking to different people. It's really cool the people I get to meet, like the random senator you see walking down. It's like you're meeting your heroes in person.
Pete Buttigieg just walked past.
I know. When you mean walk past, you mean run, because
they were running.
That motherfucker was like, whoa.
Yeah, they were running, and not only just running, but he was running with 4 people.
I know, Hey, top-notch security. We need to keep him. He's the future of our party.
We were going to try to penetrate the security wall and break. No, that wasn't going to happen. So who was your favorite speaker of yesterday? And it's obviously going to be maybe Tim Walz, but other than Tim Walz.
Oprah was impressive. She's a great public speaker, and it's like every time it was like a new high.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, you're just waving your signs. So that was really exciting. We had a lot of really solid speakers too. A lot of the representatives were good. It's hard for me to remember all of them. It's such a blur.
Oh, yeah. What did you think about Tim Walz's speech?
I think it's impressive because that guy clearly, never thought he was going to run for vice president. So the fact that he was able to perform so well on a big stage is just so cool. And I mean, he's such a contrast to J.D. Vance. That's cool.
Did you also cry when his son cried?
I don't know if you saw, but Ann Coulter said
that she was weird, or was
weird. As someone who struggled with mental health in the past, and politics was one thing that saved me from, it kept me going. That really offends me that she said that. I mean, it's really a shitty thing to say. I don't really want to use the word bitch because I feel like that's kind of a sexist word.
No, be careful.
Yeah, so I don't want to use that word.
Well, let me ask you, what state are you a delegate from again?
Washington.
Washington, okay, I remember that. And are you excited?
Yeah.
Are you excited to hear VP Harris speak?
I am excited. Once again, it's the contrast. Like I said, I found I don't want to call the opponents bitches. I do call them shits because it was a really shitty thing for Ann Coulter to say.
I think in the process of Ann Coulter saying that, she exposed that they are weird. They're the ones that are disconnected from emotion. They're the ones that are disconnected from loving your dad or loving your son. Ann Coulter has never had a human connection, and she kind of revealed that last night.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot better words to use than just weird. It's fascist, crazy, insurrectionist, terrorist. Sorry, traitorous. Don't want to call him terrorist. That would be bad. And I think with Trump, I think the biggest word you can call him, aside from rapist, sexist, criminal, is hypocrite. Really hypocrite. And that's what we need to bring home in this message for Democrats, both nationally and within our states, is Donald Trump and the Republican Party are hypocrites.
Something that I think about Donald Trump, and I don't use this word often, but I think he's actually just dumb. Like, I think when he talks about NATO, he says he didn't know what NATO was until he was 70 years old. When he talks about F-35 fighter jets, he thinks they're actually invisible. Everything he talks about, or the more he talks, the more I think he genuinely is a dumb person, and I don't know how most people don't see that.
I think it's not just that. I think he's delusional and he's losing his shit on stage.
Yeah.
It's like
Donald Trump could get away with that at this point. So, what do you think? How do you think we can mobilize our generation heading into this election?
I think it's pretty clear that a lot of youth hate Donald Trump. But we can't just say, Kamala Harris is the alternative. We need to show people why Kamala Harris is the best choice. We can't rely on this narrative that, she's better than the alternative. We can't do that. People are tired of voting for the alternative candidate. And Kamala Harris is such a good candidate when it comes to economic policies, when it comes to, she has foreign policy experience, she has experience as a prosecutor. We need to show that she's more than just not Donald Trump.
Did you also underestimate how much a new candidate could shift the momentum? Because a few months ago I was saying, okay, we should stick with Biden. He's our best bet. But I fully admit I underestimated how much this could change things.
I mean, it was electrifying, and the fact that I was doing my internship with Congressman Smith as this all was happening was so good. You saw the electricity on the ground. You saw the senators, they were so excited. And listen, they all love Joe. I hate this Republican narrative that we push Joe Biden out. That's not true. You can see the love for Joe Biden every day. We appreciate his job he did, but I think the fact that we're not blind to a cult like Donald Trump is, we're not a cult. And Joe Biden's not Donald Trump.
And what's the difference between the candidate who willingly gave up the highest position of power, arguably in the world, versus the candidate who did every single thing in his power to entrench himself as the president of the United States, whether that was calling Raffensperger or committing January 6th? What's the difference between these two? One of them actually cares about their country. Biden keeps saying something to the effect of, I love my party, but I love my country more. And that's where I'm going to put it first. Well, thank you for talking to us, Ben. You want to give yourself a shout out on social media?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm going to got some love. I can't wait to see this on YouTube, and it'll sound so ridiculous.
Delegate Ben. See ya.
Thank you.
New character, Delegate Ben. Is JD Vance actually here? No, he's not. That's not true. People are trolling. Everybody in chat, drop some hearts for Delegate Ben. How you doing, sir? How you doing today?
I'm doing well, Chris.
Can you introduce yourself to the live stream? You're live on MeidasTouch.
Okay, yes. Hi, I'm Chris Porter from Seattle, Washington.
What brings you out to the DNC, Chris?
I'm a delegate and just excited to be here.
We just spoke to a delegate from Washington, a 17-year-old named Ben. Really nice guy. You know Ben?
I do know.
Great guy. So, I'm going to ask you, when you think about this upcoming election, what issues are most important to you?
Addressing issues like healthcare access, working on poverty, housing, affordability, and just making sure that everyone feels like this is their country, it's for them, and not us versus them, or you have large sums of money you're in, and if you don't, you're out.
Absolutely, and something I've been saying is that I go to a lot of MAGA rallies. Part of the thing that I do is I debate Trump supporters, and there's a night and day difference between the people I talk to at the MAGA rallies. All they say is, let's deport all immigrants, let's get rid of everybody. And when I talk to people here, like you, you say, I care about housing, I care about healthcare, I care about protecting people's rights. So what do you think is at stake on the ballot for not only Americans, but black Americans if Donald Trump gets back into office? Because I think you're definitely equipped to answer.
So the shirt that I have under this, which is about Project 2025, centers around things like voting access and immigration and just simply, for instance, public schools. The fact that they don't see how important education is, how important voting is, how important just simply having access to the basic needs to live and feel like you're a human astounds me. Just absolutely astounds me.
I absolutely agree. And what would be your message to people who are my age, who are disillusioned with politics? I'm 21 years old, and I have friends who say stuff like, hey, I believe in equality, I believe that in marriage equality, I believe in more housing and healthcare, but both sides are the same. Can you explain why that's not true?
That is absolutely not true. And the gains that we have seen under President Biden's administration proves that it's not true. When this country was at its absolute worst during COVID, he and Vice President Harris really stepped up and turned the ship around. And really saved people's lives, put money on the table for people to keep their jobs and homes. It really all came together with what do we need to do to get this country back to stability.
Who do you think the guest appearance is going to be today?
I'm hoping it's Beyonce because we've got sashes and hats and everything, at least in Washington State. Looking forward to her appearance.
If she can play that Freedom song, it's stuck in my head. It's stuck in my head. But is it really a convention if we don't have Kid Rock and Hulk Hogan ripping off a shirt?
Not really.
No, I'm just messing around. But thank you for talking to us. That was a great chat. And thank you for being a delegate and doing all the work you do.
Thank you.
Amazing guy. Let's keep rolling. Nick Roberts, we're live on stream right now. Let's do it. Can you settle the long-standing debate? If you were in a sinking ship, would you get killed by sharks or electrocution first?
Let's do electrocution. I think the ship would break first.
Wouldn't you drown, though? Like, thinking about it, wouldn't you drown, probably?
You know, I'm not sure, honestly. I've not really thought about it much before this.
You know I'm referencing Donald Trump, right?
Are you? I honestly didn't even know the reference. When did you say that?
There's a clip of Donald Trump on stage where he's like, I've asked this MIT professor, a really smart guy, and he says this was a smart question. He's like, if you were in a sinking ship, would the sharks kill you or the electrocution? And the more I think about it, the drowning.
I think the answer is I think Hannibal Lecter would be on the ship. And
Hannibal Lecter.
I'm surprised Trump didn't mention that first, honestly.
For real.
Or the Titanic. I mean, maybe it hit an iceberg and something else too, you know?
Have you noticed that the reason why he talks about Hannibal Lecter and asylums is because he doesn't understand the word asylum has two meaning? I mean, you can seek refugee or it's an institution. He thinks that it's just an institution.
I've seen people say that online, and it's very plausible. I think there's basically anything that Trump says, you can basically use the dumbest explanation for it. Usually, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So, how old are you? You're
24.
24 years
24
old.
last week.
And you were a councilman in Indianapolis.
Yes.
How did you get there? How did you get to this position?
I've been involved in politics for about 8 years now. I've been involved in my community. Worked really hard last year. Democrats never won my district before. I knocked 21,000 doors, raised a whole lot of money, worked really hard, made it happen. Built relationships in the community and did the work that needed to happen. Now I'm getting things done for the community.
That is what it's about. And can you explain the difference between online activism and on-the-ground activism? So you said you knocked 21,000 doors. I've been canvassing and door knocking as well, and it really opened my eyes because you can have hundreds of thousands of followers on social media, but if you can't convert that into actual on-the-ground energy, for example, Jamal Bowman, I think, has hundreds of thousands of followers, but he lost to somebody with a fraction of that. I'm not trying to rag on him, but
it's a very fair point.
Can you explain the difference between those two things?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, right? And there's multiple points there, activists versus politicians. As you said, politicians, followers does not equate, success as a politician, right? I mean, I hate to dog on her too, but Cori Bush, she missed the most votes in Congress, right? Doesn't matter how many social media followers you have, that's a hard fact to get over in the grand scheme of things. And you have to be just normal. I think that's one of the things that I'm learning, not learning, but I've learned is that, I think us online, we think politics a lot differently than the average person. Most people that are in person hate politics, first of all. They don't follow it very closely. And honestly, they don't really want much to do with it. They just want you to improve things here and there. I think people online have much more of a fan relationship with, politics like you have with a sports team, right? They know a lot more. But the average person really does not follow politics that closely, unfortunately. I think keeping that in mind, just being pragmatic what you want. I'm not going around door knocking saying I'm YIMBY pill, blah, blah. I'm saying I want to make more housing more affordable, right? That's a tangible step you can take. I think most people know that, but there are other more subtle ways. I think a lot of people in politics who's really complicated lingo to make their message heard sometimes.
And that was a great answer, but how do you think the Democratic Party could work on embracing masculinity more? Because I have friends who watch the UFC, and they see Donald Trump walk into the UFC. They think it's the coolest thing ever, and it makes me worry that we're losing younger men, maybe even men a generation below us, to like this whole red pill ideology. How can the Democratic Party begin to embrace masculinity?
Yeah, that's a great question too, and I think social media definitely hurts that too with the way the algorithm really seeks out that sort of content to show people. I think, we've seen it this weekend, honestly. I mean, Tim Walz is a tremendous guy. I mean, he was a football coach, head of the Great Straight Alliance. I mean, Hunter, all these things, some that are more traditionally masculine, some that I would say, Republicans would rag on, right?
Yeah.
And then you have people like Doug Emhoff, who's such a supportive man, his husband. I mean, Barack Obama too, who supports Michelle like anybody. I mean, I think seeing those models, and not Donald Trump, who is, just not what I would probably consider a good husband or a good guy, is a great, subject for a lot of people. So the more we see that, and the less we see of the negative side of being the best. And I hope that even though Walz and Emhoff are Democrats, I hope that still moderates and Republican young men really see that and see that it doesn't have to be crazy right-wing MAGA people to be, masculine in 2024.
Tim Walz is a beacon of masculinity, not in the sense where like you're big and I mean in the sense that he shows emotions, he is vulnerable. Him and his son had a great moment yesterday.
It was amazing.
Did you see what MAGA Republicans were saying though?
I did. They were attacking them for being vulnerable and crying, and it's like, is crying really that bad of a thing? I mean,
what is up with these people? I don't get.
It was a beautiful moment, and Tim Walz would have the easiest reaction to it in one word. It was weird. Yeah. That's all you need to hear. I mean, people that obsess over people crying at a DNC when their father's being nominated, like it's the people that are wasting their breath on that is just insanity. And I wonder how much of it they're really trying to get attention by having outrageous takes. I don't think people that actually genuinely believe that. I'm sure there are some people that genuinely were like offended by it or didn't like it for whatever reason.
It feels like Republicans are struggling, like clawing up a wall, trying to find anything they can attack Tim Walz on. First, it was the military record, disgusting. Now it's his son. It's just over and over. They keep attacking him on the wrong things. Where can people find you?
Yeah, Nick Roberts 317 on Twitter and Instagram. Those are my two best platforms.
Go follow Nick Roberts if you like to watch young, engaged people in politics. Nice chat with you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, see you. Let's keep walking, Meidas Mighty. How is everybody doing? I love that man. That was a great interview. Thank you, I appreciate that. You want to talk to us on stream or no?
Sure, yeah.
Cool, let's do it right here. We're live on MeidasTouch right now. Yeah. I just want to remind everybody that once the DNC starts, the interviews will continue live on Mockler on YouTube. We will be walking around the DNC covering everything. Who am I here with?
Jason Sherrick, delegate from Connecticut.
Delegate from Connecticut. How are you, Jason?
I'm 17.
17-year-old delegate. What is up with all these young delegates? How did you become a delegate?
I became a delegate because the Connecticut Democratic Party cares about being a big tent party, which is why we have two 17-year-old delegates, and we're more representative of the state as well. If you look around, this is representative of America.
Yep. Can I just say thank you so much, number one, for being a delegate and doing this work. Number two, for being so politically involved at such a young age. What issues are most important to you as we head into this election?
Freedom. Freedom, as Beyonce said.
Freedom.
Freedom of choice, freedom to not just get by, but to get ahead. Freedom of a woman's right to choose, and freedom just to live your life the way you want to live it.
And the Democratic Party is the party of freedom, is the party of patriotism, is the party of the Constitution, correct?
Plainly put, yeah.
Unequivocally. So, how have you felt about this momentum shift ever since Biden dropped out?
I think it's really perfect. I was telling someone earlier today that it's perfect energy mixed with the seriousness of the moment, because we all know what a first Trump presidency was like, and we cannot go back. So we are excited to move forward. We have a candidate that can win, but we also know that we have to win at all costs.
Can I ask you, how do you think, as a 17-year-old, how do you think the Democratic Party can better embrace masculinity? And I think we're doing a good job with Tim Walz, but there was a while there where I feel like people like Joe Rogan or people like Donald Trump walking into the RFC, all of my friends from high school thought that was so cool, so badass. And it's
I'm right there with you. I just graduated.
And it's like I don't see it, number one, but how can the Democratic Party do this? Do we need Tim Walz on Joe Rogan? I don't know if that's a good idea, but what do you think?
I think we need to embrace more positive masculinity. I don't view Joe Rogan as positive masculinity.
Yeah, for sure. But what happened last night was positive between Tim Walz and his son. That's
positive. That's positive masculinity, and positive. If it's positive, we can get behind it. But Joe Rogan, not for me.
Yeah, that's just an example. I think we need to break through to spaces where like undecided young men can see that Democrats are cool people, see that Tim Walz is a cool dude. Did you like his speech last night?
I absolutely loved it. But back to your last point, I don't think there's anything more masculine or strong than standing up for freedoms and standing up for your beliefs. So That's just my take.
Absolutely, and the Democrats are the ones that are doing that. Mike Lindell is the one who is walking around whining and crying.
Did you see him?
We saw him yesterday. We debated him. It was wild. He was whining, crying, the least masculine thing possible.
Least masculine thing. He lies to his customers. He sells a pillow that I actually had for a little bit. I got it from Costco.
Is it actually lumpy?
It is lumpy. It does not solve migraines. Do not believe any of his claims. He's a con man.
Don't say that to his face. He'll cry and scream and puke.
How masculine.
Yeah, for real. Thank you for talking to us.
Pleasure.
Always like talking to you. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Don't you guys love seeing young people involved in politics? I say that as a young person, but whenever I see a 17-year-old or somebody like Noah, who just is 12 years old and blows my mind every time we talk, I love it, and it makes me feel secure. It makes me realize that with every generation, we should be farther. With every generation that comes up, we should move farther and farther away from the MAGA movement and closer to this ideal society that we want in America. The DNC is beginning to pack up. A lot of familiar faces, a lot of people who are clearly excited for VP Harris to speak tonight. Clearly excited for maybe a musical artist to come. Is any of this even confirmed? I don't know. Is there actually a slot that has been unnamed yet? Because I can't tell if people are messing with me. But all I'm going to say is if Beyonce plays that Freedom song, it's going to be so stuck in my head that you guys won't hear me stop singing it for the next... I won't stop singing it for weeks.
She's doing interviews.
We are currently on the ground at the United Center, where the final day of the Democratic National Convention is being held. And I do want to remind you guys, we are going to be walking around for a few hours more. Adam Mockler on YouTube. We are going to be giving you guys some exclusive coverage of the DNC. Make sure you're liking the MeidasTouch stream. Make sure you subscribe to Adam Mockler on YouTube and subscribe to MeidasTouch. Do you guys know how close we are to 2-3 million subscribers? Do you guys know how close we are to 3 million? It could happen within the next week or so, with the help of you guys. It should happen within the next week. Imagine 4 million by election day. Is that possible? I think it is. If we keep putting in the work like this, it absolutely is. Maybe we can snag a spot on the blue carpet. We can play it right here for a minute. I say we chill right here. Can everybody in the chat drop some blue hearts for all the work we put in? I want to give some shout outs really quickly. Shout out to cameraman Nate, bodyguard Ben, shout out to Nick for lending the equipment, shout out to the Mycelis brothers for providing such good coverage, Salty and Jeremy for being on the back end. Everybody that's helped put this together, I appreciate it so much. Can we get some blue hearts in chat for this unique DNC coverage? I'd like to see you guys spam it. Love Jamie Raskin. Someone said, I hope it's Beyonce. I don't see it being Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, guys. I feel like that's a pipe dream. But I did make a $10 bet with my friend Aaron Parnas earlier. I have $10 on the line. He thinks he knows. He says it's 100% going to be Beyonce. I said I'm not too sure, so we put $10 on it. What do you guys think? Am I going to be out $10? Is it going to be Beyonce? Blue hearts. Thank you guys so much. That means a lot. By the way, 500 more memberships, and we get an Adam Mockler emoji. Also, on the Adam Mockler channel, we opened up memberships within the past week. Blue hearts, thank you guys so much. Virginia in the house. We have talked to some amazing people. So yesterday, in the course of an hour, we talked to Stacey Abrams, we talked to Jamie Raskin, we talked to Mike Lindell, and then the day before that, we talked to, in the course of an hour, Jared Moskowitz. We talked to Olivia Juliana, all of your favorite people. It has been an amazing experience, and I'm so glad that we've been able to provide you guys this coverage. I'm not going to lie, everybody in this convention center is exhausted. Every single person we have talked to today said they have deep exhaustion in their body, but VP Harris, her speech tonight is carrying them through. That is the only thing that has everybody so excited, and I get that. I'm exhausted too, but I do think the momentum that VP Harris creates will carry us through the night. Someone said I'm out $10. Someone said, Adam, you are 100% out $10. Wow. I'm glad you guys have faith in my... Someone said, don't go to the casino. I don't think it's Taylor Swift. Pink is here, but I think Pink was on the schedule. You know what would be a really smart marketing move is to hype up a special guest, but then just not have one so everybody's watching anyways, and then VP Harris crushes her speech. Thank you for all the blue hearts. That made all of the work that we put in worth it. Again, 500 memberships on MeidasTouch. We finally get the Mockler emoji. The Mockler emoji. Independent from Iowa. Earlier in the day, we saw Jasmine Crockett. We were this close to getting an interview. She may be my favorite congresswoman, my favorite person in Congress in general. I've talked to her a few times. Thank you guys all for being here for our DNC coverage. It has been absolutely amazing being here with you guys. Beyonce. The January 6th choir, quit it guys, quit it. The J6 choir is not welcome in this building. We'd kick him out faster than Mike Lindell. I feel like Noah, 12-year-old Noah, could roll through the entire J6 choir. Let me reach out to Noah. Who wants to see Noah on stream? Let me shoot him a quick DM. Let's get Noah over here. I just DM'd him. He's a brilliant young man. And also, guys, tomorrow, after all this, I'm going to be doing a DNC recap stream. We're going to be doing a live stream where we go through some of the footage and chat about what the DNC was like. But right now, let's focus on this on-the-ground experience and who is about to speak over the next few hours. Here is the program. We've got Minion Moore. We've got the Honorable Veronica Escobar. We have got Tammy Baldwin, Ted Lieu. I love Ted Lieu. The Honorable Catherine Clark. The Honorable Leonardo Williams. We have United States Senator Bob Casey. Let's see if we can find... Do you know where the Newsmax area is? Apparently Newsom is close by. I think it's in the arena, yeah. We're going to go find Gavin Newsom really quickly, see if he wants to do a Meidas exclusive interview. We try our hardest. Sorry, excuse me.
Media people.
Sorry about that. The convention center is quickly filling up. Over the past hour, the hallways have become a lot more filled. Everybody's got excitement on their face, but also everybody's really tired. Everybody's very visibly beat from the last 4 days. And I understand why. We're heading over to see if we can find Gavin Newsom. It's like the hunt for Mike Lindell all over again, but this time it's actually a cool person. Yep, we're trying to get Noah on stream again. We have a slot with him coordinated, but it's for a little bit from now. But soon, the speakers at the final night of the Democratic National Convention will begin speaking. We'll still be live over on Adam Mockler, chatting to people, seeing how people like the convention. But also, Meidas will be covering the entire Democratic National Convention uninterrupted, if you guys would like to see that. If you guys would like to see us talk to Gavin Newsom, we're going to try really hard. My bad. Seeing AOC was very cool. Seeing everybody is always very surreal. Is it just me, or wouldn't you drown before you got eaten by sharks or electrocuted? Would you not drown first? Or die of like hypothermia because the water is cold? I don't know why I'm thinking about Trump's speech, but I think you die of drowning. Please get Gavin. We will try, guys. I see your requests. We're trying. The floor is absolutely packed, or the hallways are absolutely packed right now. Gavin Newsom and Kamala Harris work well together? I absolutely agree. Also, Adam Kinzinger. I think I might be most excited to see Adam Kinzinger speak. That is going to be next level. And that's what we need right now. We need to be winning over those Republicans at the margins who have a bad taste in their mouth left by January 6th, but who just haven't been quite convinced that Kamala Harris is the candidate. And this is a very real contingent of voters. This is a very real group of voters. People who are disillusioned with Donald Trump, think that he's a bad person, he's a threat to democracy, but they just don't quite know if Kamala Harris is their candidate. And that is why Adam Kinzinger is here. That is the utility of somebody like Adam Kinzinger, because he is able to reach out. He's able to reach out to those moderate Republicans. Well, at least that's the theory. I hope he can. We're heading over here looking for Gavin Newsom. What's going on over here?
We're in line to go to the creator.
Oh, there's a line for it? Wow.
Yeah, just
not to hit anybody.
Sometimes their connection drops out over here. Hopefully we don't be getting cut out. Excuse me. My bad. We are currently over here by the iHeartRadio booth. Gavin Newsom might be right around the corner. I just spotted a crowd over there. So I think... Speech is starting soon, y'all. We're giving you one last look of the on-the-ground view of the Democratic National Convention. We must have just missed Governor Newsom. He was right there 1 minute ago, but it looks like he slipped away from us. Gavin Newsom.
Great job.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, watch you.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Awesome.
Let's see if we can find our way over here. Excuse me, sorry. Boom, boom. Excuse me. Here's a behind the scenes look at all of the media areas. You can see everybody recording. There's Sirius XM on air right there, having a good chat. There's Fox News. I don't know why they have the word democracy under the word Fox. Doesn't make too much sense. We tried to grab Gavin Newsom. He must have slipped away. We're going to head back this direction. Oh shit. Sorry. We're back. We should be back. Everything is fine. We just had to swap something out real quick. I see you guys. We can find Mandy. Yeah, Nate was just shocked. Which direction was Mandy in?
She took them up to the press table.
Everybody's mad that we missed.
Oh, right.
But we got you guys. Am I just blind? I might be. Jordan Klepper's been here for the past few days, which is cool as well. They've been filming their show. There's Vote for America 2024. I might just be blind. Where is Mandy? Wait, Vivek is here? Yeah. You guys are lying about Vivek, right? Oh, he's in Chicago, but he's not inside the DNC, is he? What is up with Republicans showing up to these protests and just trying to get attention? Let's head through here real quick. Just so you guys know, we'll be going live on Meidas, showing the feed of the DNC, but on my channel, we'll still be covering the on-the-ground, behind-the-scenes view, just for a few more hours. Hell yeah, make sure you leave a like on the stream, everybody. Live on the ground. Okay. Tired though?
Speeches are going to start.
And like viewers drop because of speeches.
Yeah, makes sense. Whatever you think.
Actually, Noah, we can find Noah first and do one good.
Just see Noah. We walk past him in the media area. I don't know where he is now.
Alright guys, here is the plan. We're back. We're going to link up with Noah for one final DNC segment with Noah. Really quickly, I want to read some of these gifts. Hush Pup, thank you so much. Orion99 said, "This is for my mom that isn't with us anymore, that would love this and defeat what's his name, just vote him out." I want to give a quick thank you to Orion99 who has single-handedly supported the stream. What's up, Chris? Orion99 has single-handedly helped fund most of the stream. I want to read this chat one more time because it's very nice and I'm sorry I missed it. It says, "This is for my mom that isn't with us anymore, that would love this and defeat what's his name, just vote him out." And I absolutely agree. I really appreciate that. I'm sorry I did not see it sooner. Lady Seahag, thank you for the 10 memberships. That means more than you know. Shadow Noor, many people denigrate the younger generations. I'm 58 years old, Gen X, and I'm very happy seeing this right now. I appreciate that. Orion99, thank you so much. We are linking up with Noah, and we're going to do one final segment with Noah, where we basically recap the DNC. Let's go see if we can find him really quickly. One final Noah segment because he's the best. And then we might go grab food and enjoy the speeches because over the past few nights we've been working through most of the speeches, which is great. We chose to do that, but I do want to see VP Harris and get a good seat.
I didn't.
Donald Trump tweeted out recently, "I'm in Arizona. Look at the wall that I build. Hundreds of miles. As far as the eye can see." Where is our buddy? We're almost ready to sign off. Bodyguard Ben doing a wonderful job walking the camera around through the crowd. Shout out to him. Everybody's beginning to take their seats as the speakers hit the stage.
Hey, we had one good moment in that game. I don't keep up the good work.
I appreciate that, man. Heading over near the blue carpet right now.
Should I head to the...
Clean work, Ben. There you go. That's some good stuff. I want to ask you guys in chat, can you tell that I'm tired today? I don't know. Is it obvious? Yeah, good job, cameraman Ben. Absolutely. Right here, no, this is not where the Mike Lindell happened. Mike Lindell's interview happened a little bit down here. Oh, sorry about that. Hopefully it's not obvious that I'm tired, but I am really tired right now. We are slipping. We are slipping. Donald Trump's smallest crowd size yet. Nope, I'm good. Cool. That makes me feel better. We're doing good. I think everybody I've talked to today said there was a deep exhaustion in their body. A deep exhaustion. Sorry. I say we stay planted for a minute here. The final night of the DNC is about to start, and I'm incredibly, incredibly excited. One second. Noah's at the blue carpet. Mr. Marcus Flowers. Genuinely love seeing that man. Great, great guy. Noah just sent me his location, and we are about to go chat with him. The man who destroyed Mike Lindell, or the boy who destroyed Mike Lindell, rather. Go right up here. Again, thank you guys all for being here throughout this live stream. It means more than you know. You know, when we were planning it, we didn't know if people would appreciate it, if it would stagnate at 1,000 viewers, which would be great. That would be an amazing turnout. But you guys have absolutely blown all of our expectations out of the water. Every single expectation we had has been blown out of the water.
We're going this way.
Looks like Noah's right over here. We are at the blue carpet for the final time for the 2024 DNC. The hallways are filling up fast, everybody. Filling up incredibly, incredibly quickly. Let me see. 1 second. Keep the camera.
I know.
I'm Matt. I'm Malcolm Kenyatta's chief of staff. Have you chatted with him yet?
I would love to. I was actually right about to ask you guys.
Awesome.
Let's do it.
So I have, he's got another print person to talk to. But right after that, is that okay?
Yeah, we're live on my channel with a few thousand people watching, so it'll be great.
Sweet.
It'll be amazing.
What's your name again?
Adam Mockler with MeidasTouch.
Okay, great. Awesome. Nice to meet you.
Thanks, man. We've got more interviews lined up. Right now we're waiting for Joshua to pull through, but while we're waiting, how is everybody doing today? Let me know in chat. Morgan Freeman is speaking right now. Or not speaking, but Morgan Freeman's voiceover is speaking. Orion99, wow. Thank you, Adam, for spreading the word. We need this in our young people to vote, vote, vote. Vote for something bigger than yourself. Vote to help others and our seniors and our young people. Vote blue. I've been around, and if you want a better future, vote blue. Orion99 has been dropping facts throughout this entire live stream. If you want change, if you want a better future, if you want an actual path that we can take forward, you need to vote blue, because Republicans, all they do is create fear. All they do is create lies, and it's not an effective way to do politics. We have 2 more interviews, one with Noah, one with Malcolm Kenyatta. Loving this, doing all right. How am I feeling? I'm pretty tired. Gus was great. Also, Uncle E. I think Uncle E deserves his own video. What a great man. Jessica Tarlov. We talked to Jessica Tarlov yesterday, but she was very busy. Orion, I appreciate it so much. God tier, for real. Orion, you've helped this entire stream. Thank you so much. And we still have 3K. Just past Jamie Harrison, someone said, or Dan Goldman. I can't see everybody. I'm sorry. Let's we have one more interview lined up. Oh, somebody saw Elvis? I do not think Noah is able to talk to us, so we have one more interview with Malcolm Kenyatta. And then that will be the wrap of the DNC Day 4 live stream. And tomorrow, we will be doing a recap live stream where we sit down and we talk about all of our experiences, talk about what it's been like, recap some of the most wild footage. I think it'll be a fun recap stream where we all get to chill together after an intense few days, especially those 10 minutes yesterday where we were debating Mike Lindell. Those were probably the most intense few minutes, but also I felt calmer than ever during those few minutes we were debating Mike Lindell. One second, y'all. How are you doing today, Malcolm?
How are you?
We're talking to you real quick.
No, absolutely.
So can you introduce yourself to the stream really quickly?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, everybody. So it's Rep. Malcolm Kenyatta from Philadelphia, running for Auditor General statewide, and excited to be here at the DNC.
You're one of my favorites. I want to ask you, what issues are most important to you as we head into this election?
So first of all, you're one of my favorites. I'm happy to be talking with you. I mean it genuinely. Let me say this. I love that the Vice President is talking about housing. The housing shortage that we have and the inability for so many people to get access to that American dream of buying their first home is critical. You have people who are paying their rent on time every single month, but just can't get together the pieces to pay for that down payment. That's not fair. It's not right, and we know that we can do something about it. You think about the price of groceries. Yeah, there were real supply chain issues during the pandemic, but then there were a lot of companies that got together and said, let's use this crisis to just stick a couple extra pockets in a couple extra bucks in our pocket. We have to call that shit out, and I'm so proud of her focusing in on these really tangible issues, because Donald Trump, the lie of Donald Trump has been that America's a crappy place, and it's crappy because there's somebody else in this country that doesn't look like you or love like you or worship like you, and they're the cause of all of our problems. What this convention has been about is saying America's a great place, but we make America better by doing the hard work of making America better, and we only do that together.
And Kamala Harris actually genuinely proposed a policy to build 3 million new units and incentivize people to build homes for first-time homeowners. What's the difference between somebody who has actual policy prescriptions and somebody who just wants to deport everybody and spew hatred? So how have you felt about this momentum change over the past few weeks?
So Donald Trump is like the meme of the old guy yelling at the cloud. Everything he says is about him. I have not once seen Donald Trump show any real concern for what's happening in my community in North Philadelphia. He came to do a rally, but he didn't say one thing at that rally that was about anything happening. People were going to the grocery store, getting up to the line and taking things out because they can't afford it. People who, like me, needed CHIP. That was how I had health care. Like me, who moved around multiple times because we couldn't always afford to live where we were. He doesn't understand that. He knows nothing about it. He doesn't give a damn. And the presidency and political power is about him, about helping him. That is not what America is about. And we're going to win this election, not just to beat him, but to do things that make our lives better. This is, I would just say to folks watching, really indulge me. Just think about the person that you love best in the world. Seriously. Who you would drop your phone and run to go check on that person. For the next 75 days, work your ass off like their lives are on the line, because I truly think they are.
They very well could be. Did you like Tim Walz's speech last night?
Listen, I will say, I liked Tim Walz, and it was so good that I'm so happy he brought out his high school football team and not the Vikings, because I don't want to cheer for that as a lifelong Eagles fan, but he made me want to run through walls. I think that's what he does so well. This was a pep talk for the entire country to say that we need each other. It matters how we treat each other. It matters how we show up for each other. And at the end of the day, policy matters. The big important laws that we pass, that matters. If there's something intangible that makes America America, this idea that you look into somebody's eyes who you've never met and say, you matter too, and what happens to you matters. When somebody is shot in a community, even if I don't know them, that matters to me. That's what Tim Walz sort of exudes, this big dad energy of we're all in it together. I think the country has fallen in love with him the way Minnesota has.
And is there actually a surprise, a guest surprise? Is that real?
I'm going to leave. I can't, you got to let the surprises be surprising.
Wait, you know?
You have to let surprises be surprising.
Okay. I won't press you too hard. And finally, how do you think that Michelle Obama's speech went? Because she has sort of evolved from when they go low, we go high to F it, let's play.
You know what? Michelle Obama, though, and the vice president, they're both joyful warriors. And I think when you say you're a joyful warrior, people forget the warrior part. We are in the fight of our lives against a guy and an agenda, Project 2025, that would take all of the things that every generation has fought for during the 248 years of our country's history. He wants to upend it, to make life better for him. And you don't passively, nicely, meekly let somebody upend the American experiment. Yep. No, you push back on it, you call it out for what it is, and we're going to pull together a coalition of the willing to do what I said in my speech on the stage. It's our time, it's our turn to stand up and make sure the promise of America is accessible to everybody.
Amazing. This has been Representative Malcolm Kenyatta on the floor of the DNC in Chicago for the last day, only hours before VP Harris takes the stage and blows it out of the water. Thank you for chatting with us.
Anytime.
And I hope you enjoy your night. Have a great night.
That's my card. Definitely reach out to me.
We would love to chat with you guys more, because we do interviews all the time on Meidas. Anytime you want the platform, you can feel free to hop on.
Thanks, Adam. I appreciate it.
Well, I think that wraps up the end of day 4 of the 2024 DNC live stream. Thank you guys all for being here with me. I can't thank you enough. All I want to say is thank you, every single person who's been here throughout this time. We're doing a recap live stream tomorrow. This could not have been possible without all of you guys supporting me, showing me that what we're doing is right, helping me prove this concept to the DNC, to ourselves, to MeidasTouch. We have not only proven this concept, but we have blown it out of the water. If you agree, leave a like on the stream, comment a blue heart, spam some blue hearts before we dip for this 4-day live stream, and have a great rest of your day. I'm so